Larry, what the hell are you doing?
Larry!
Larry, you can't just...
Oh, Larry! Oh, are you all right? How did...
Larry!
Righto, what's going on here?
Oh, sir, I'm arrested. Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WarWolf Podcast.
Yes, welcome back, and holy Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, Lord.
It's been a week.
It's been a great week. From communist Arabs getting bombed to hell and back to communist Marines, former Marines, frankly speaking, at this point, because if that dude was in a squad bay, he would get his ass handed to him so royally they might have to med board his ass because the level of ass whooping his fellow Marines would give him. Fucking
yes. Let's just say that they would be feeding him his crayons rectally.
Oh, dude, they'd be No. They would be feeding him his intestines out of his ass into his mouth, like. Oh, dear fucking Lord. That guy he completely fucked himself.
Oh, yeah.
But what do you expect from a Green Party member? See, okay, I want to start with the Marine fiasco real quick, because here's the key thing. And when Pacific Northwest Guerrilla, that little fuckface can acknowledge that, oh, fuck, I did not do my DD in regards to this. And he put out a statement. Kudos to him. I'll give him a point for the fact that he didn't delete his original tweet. And he actually he retweeted it and put up like, oh, fuck, I didn't realize that this guy was who he was.
Oh, yeah?
Because the dude's a Green Party candidate for the U.S. Senate.
Yep.
Like, and just to allow everybody the chance to understand, because I'm gonna talk so much shit about this guy, because fuck him. I'm sad that the worst that he got was a broken arm.
That he did to himself, no less.
Yeah.
The Green Party is a European communist party. It's not social democrat levels of bullshit. It is full-blown communist in its ideology. We're talking a party that, even though it has so little actual voting power, has a disproportionate amount of control over the EU because the majority of their party lies in the EU Council. Ursula von der Leyen, for example, former president of the EU Council, and I forget what position she holds now, but she's still there. She is effectively a member of the Dutch Green Party. Then you have the other guy, and I'm blanking on his fucking name. Oh fuck, what is his name? It's one of the other bigwigs over at the EU Council, who is also effectively a member of the German Green Party. By the way, these because they're at the EU Council, they don't have a quote-unquote party affiliation. But when you go back and look at their roots in their home countries, you realize, oh yeah, they're fucking Green Party members. So you have a party which doesn't control a lot of voting power in any one country that has effective control over the entire peninsula because of their power at the EU, because almost the entire EU apparatus is controlled by the Green Party.
Yeah. And so just for the record, Stoner made a good point in the comments that we should elaborate on what exactly we're referring to with this asshole former Marine.
Oh,
and what
yeah,
exactly
sure.
he did.
Yeah. Fine. So this happened at a meeting of the Armed Services Committee, in which the gentleman in question, McGinnis, is that his last name?
McGinnis.
He jumps up in the gallery and starts screaming about nobody wants to die for Israel or, some other bullshit, whatever the fuck, whatever the whole dribble coming out of Europe is at this point in time. Because again, the Green Party in Europe is the same as the Green Party here in the United States. They are one and the same. They overlap organizationally. Yes. They are all connected to one another. So don't think that it's just a U.S. party called the Green Party. No, they're connected. They have direct organizational ties to one another. Do not believe for a second that they're different fucking organizations.
Same with the Canadian Green Party, for the record, as well.
Yes. Yeah, no, the Green Party it's a communist fucking movement across the fucking world. There's a Green Party in fucking in Taiwan, Japan, South Korea, Indonesia, fucking India, et cetera, et cetera. They exist all over these fucking places. Like it's not just Europe and the US and Canada. They exist all over the fucking place. Hell, Scheinbaum's party, if you actually look at their origins, they really got their start out of the German Green Party, by the way. So yeah, there's a lot of interconnectability here. But
I got a question in regards to the Green Party. During the late 1970s to the 1980s, wasn't there a claim to fame trying to force nuclear weapons out of Europe?
That was one of their main things. Yes, they're anti-nuclear across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's save the environment, but fuck the hot rocks. That's their claim to fame. But anyways, the point is that McGinnis jumps up in the gallery, starts screaming all this different dribbleish bullshit, and then proceeds to get fucking grabbed and fucking manhandled out of the room. He latches his arm around one of the doors, because the gallery doors, the way they are, the center one can be removed so you can cart things through. Yeah, so it's one of those. It's one of those
French doors with the center pillar that can be removed.
Yeah, and so what you end up having is he wraps his arm around that door. And then inevitably his arm ends up getting broken because he is holding on for dear fucking life, and ends up getting his arm broken. I have no fucking sympathy. I'm mad that they didn't do worse to him. Frankly speaking, somebody should have just pulled out a fucking Glock and blasted his ass. But that's just me.
And
just saying.
It's also worth noting that while he was making this fool of himself, he was doing so in full military regalia, which is, as we all know, against the law.
Yeah. Oh, not only was he in full regalia, he didn't even have it on properly.
Wow.
Yes, I know. I did notice a few things that were wrong with his uniform.
There was a lot of stuff that was wrong on there.
But the fact of the matter is at the end of the day, this little asshole. One, again, he's a member of the Green Party, so he's a full blown communist. Like he's not. It's not even like commie light or socialist. It's full blown communist.
Yeah.
Like these these are the same people that, again, their birth is out of the German communists. Like, they were part of the German communist sympathizers in Western Germany. That's where they come out of.
Considering who he's married to, I'm not surprised.
Well, yeah, also, married to a radical borderline jihadi, it's like, oh, well, there you go. There we fucking go.
It's the physical manifestation. It's the physical manifestation of the Red Green Party.
This is one of those. This is one of those things where if it was proposed by the writers of a TV series, it would be rejected as too outlandish.
Yeah,
pretty much.
But anyways, the point that we end up coming to is that it's like, again, I wish somebody would just shot his ass, because that's how much I fucking hate these people. Like, the Green Party are a bunch of fucking little snakes that need to be purged. And I don't give a fuck if there's somebody who is like, oh, but he's a veteran. I don't give a shit. That means he's just even more of a traitor.
Yeah.
Yep.
So congratulations. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that he's running fucking training camps for fucking militants in wherever the fuck, since he's Green Party here in the U.S., he probably comes out of New England.
No, actually, I don't think so.
I can look at North Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that makes even more sense because, the next largest portion of Green Party affiliates in the U.S., they come out of North Carolina, specifically out of fucking
Charlotte?
Yeah. Not Charlotte, but the other one, the other
Raleigh?
one. No, not Raleigh.
Raleigh. I've not heard it said that way before. That's cute.
I have no idea how to pronounce it, but yeah.
Raleigh.
They call it
It's Raleigh.
Oh.
Raleigh. No, what's that? What's the other one? Asheville. Sorry, I completely fucking blanked on it for a second. The next big affiliate for the Green Party is outside of New England is in Asheville. Which, oh, by the way, where's one of the largest, American Communist Party affiliates out? Oh, that's right, out of fucking Asheville. It's almost like they correspond with one another.
Interesting.
But yeah, no. Frankly speaking, I don't give a shit. Again, Pacific Northwest Guerrilla had to backtrack on that shit so fucking badly because he has to keep up his image because he's the hyper Aryans are the superior race bullshit, and it's like, well, good job, bud. Good job. You fucking outed yourself. You're just a fucking idiot.
What did he say originally?
Hold on. I posted it up here. Let me go find it real quick.
All right. I think we can all agree while you were finding it that this McGinnis fuck should have, if anything, he should have done what his friend Aaron Bushnell did.
Yes, that would have been much more effective.
Yeah. Become a good communist, McGinnis. Become a good communist.
So, real quick. So, Pacific Northwest Guerrilla. Yesterday, he posts, a sitting U.S. senator just broke a combat veteran's hand for being anti-war. If that doesn't say the current state of America, I don't know what does. And then today, after again, kudos to him. He's not just taking it down and then ignoring it. He's actually acknowledging that he fucked up. So come to find out that the Marine veteran who got his hand broken for saying no one wants to die for Israel is a Green Party communist and married to a Muslim. And he also is also running for Senate. They have 4 Muslim children. So, yeah.
Gotta love how the...
Again, I need to make sure people understand this. Pacific Northwest Guerrilla is who you would refer to as an actual white supremacist. and he saw a white guy get his arm broke or hand broke or whatever the fuck broke, and he abreacted, and now he has to retract because he realized he fucked up in the eyes of his fucking followers. It's hilarious to me.
Yep. Well, those actual white supremacists aren't really exactly known for their intelligence to begin with.
Ain't it something how the commies and the Muslims are in bed with each other, and in his case, quite literally?
Yes.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. He posted a picture of his bedroom, and the bedspread is a Palestinian flag.
Wow.
That's funny.
That is ridiculous. Again, you
So
couldn't make this
just
stuff
to-
up.
So
I
just
would love to
just
use that.
kinda-
Hey, that blanket sounds like the perfect bedding I need for my doggy.
Yeah. So just to tie this off with a neat bow, fuck that guy. He can get shot for all I care. I hope it's a gut shot, so he's sitting there bleeding out and it's just miserable. Just saying. Anyways, let's move on. Holy shit, guys! They used B-52s.
Yeah.
Yep.
They bombed out.
Yep.
You gotta love. Hey, you gotta love the big ugly fat fucker.
That's right.
Dude, when I heard that they used B-52s with precision munitions, by the way, this wasn't just wholesale carpet bombing. They were literally they loaded up a bunch of fucking 500-pound bombs with precision kits, and they were just carpeting the sky with glide bombs. And dude, I can only imagine the amount of fucking targets hit all at once if you had like 3 or 4 of those motherfuckers flying in formation. I can only fucking imagine. Like,
I want to say it would be something, if they were running with pylons, it would be something like 50 units dropped per aircraft.
yeah. We're talking
About right.
We're probably talking 100+ targets easy in one strike. And mind you, we're talking about, we're talking about basic shit. Most people, they this is a fucking fallacy I've seen across the board. Everybody hears the term glide bomb and they think this is some like wonder thing. It's like, dude, we've had these for fucking 20, 30 years.
Longer than that.
Glide bombs
I
were
realize.
glide bombs were invented and fielded to a limited degree after the Second World War.
I know.
They really didn't.
I know.
Yeah, they really didn't come into their own until the Vietnam War.
Yes, I'm saying in terms of mass production and mass fielding of them, it was the 90s when they really came into vogue heavily because they were used so extensively during Desert Storm.
Yeah, when they set up the JDAM kit where they had GPS guidance on them, that's when they really came into vogue. But they've been around since the last year of World War II.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying with what we know as the glide bomb in the modern context.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is at the end of the day, it's like people think that this is some like special thing that like, oh, they're gonna run out of the motherfuckers. These kits are designed to be strapped to standard fucking 500 and 1,000 pound bombs.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck do you mean we're gonna run out of these, bro? There's a U.S. Army depot that I know about that services the fucking Ohio Air National Guard. They've got 20 ordnance bunkers just in my area.
Yeah, I got one near me too.
And those bunkers are not small by any fucking metric.
Yeah.
That's
The
a lot of
bottom
shit.
Yeah, the bottom line is, looking at Venezuela and how this is going, we finally have some military commanders back running things that know how to do their damn job and plan this shit out.
Yep.
No,
Yes, sir.
even beyond that, Mitch, and welcome, Mitch. Thank you for joining us. The fact that they're willing to use the equipment that is specifically designed for this kind of operation. The willingness, having the equipment is nice. Having the willingness to use it is even better.
It's having the politicians take their boot off their throat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Vietnam, anybody?
Yep.
Not only that, but actually, like I said, having military commanders now that aren't worried about which politician's backside they have to kiss to make 4-star and actually do their damn job.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's been 30 years of having a bunch of idiots running the place, and forgive me for using the quote, finally have some adults back in charge.
Yeah.
Well,
I've got
that's-
a Vietnam vet down the street from me, and he's been setting off fireworks for the last couple days.
That's great.
Well, just let me put it to you this way. Well, just let me put it to you this way. I heard horror stories from the vets of Vietnam that said that they had to get. I just can't believe it. They had to jump through so many fucking hoops just to bomb one target. And remember what LBJ said? That fucking dickhead. They don't bomb a shit house in North Vietnam unless I say so.
Well,
Yeah.
so I'll use an anecdote because this is part of one of the stories that my great uncle told me about his time in Vietnam. They had a situation. One of their patrols. He wasn't the first team out that day. He was supposed to be the third team out that day. Well, they had a situation go fucking completely pear-shaped, and the entire platoon is all of a sudden getting fucking set to get onto the choppers to go out and help their guys because their guys got fucking ambushed. And their guys, these were the guys working directly with the SEALs. These were the long-range reconnaissance guys that were going in and planning the routes for the SEALs to come in.
Oh, like
So-
Pathfinders.
When shit goes wrong, they mobilize fucking everything to fucking fix the problem. Well, in this one situation, their battalion CO fucking tried to stop them from getting on the choppers and leaving because we have this and this and this to consider and all that yada 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 because of how close they were operating to the Cambodian border. And my great uncle, the way he explained it was, we all kind of looked at our CO and a couple of us clicked our safeties off. Because the option wasn't waiting for clarification or waiting for higher orders. No, it was, we're going to go save our fucking guys. By the way, on that run, they ended up getting joined by not just SEALs, but SOG guys as well.
That doesn't surprise me.
What are SOG guys?
And if I were Special Operations Group, if I remember correctly, they were the guys that were actually operating in Cambodia and Laos.
Oh, yeah.
Well, SOG was operating in Cambodia and Laos, but that's how close to the border this team was. That SOG felt compelled to get in there and help. But that's the thing is, like, there was no waiting for clarification. No, we're fucking going and we're saving our guys. The way that, again, the CO basically shit himself because he had multiple dudes right in front of him with Car 15s ready to fucking waste his ass.
Sit down, or there's going to be a friendly fragging this weekend.
Fragging? Dude, that dude was dude was going to get pinned up on a fucking Hesco barrier and fucking made an example out of.
Yeah.
The LERP guys don't fuck around. Like some of the shit, like there is a war crimey story that my uncle told me, and I'm not going to repeat that one because it was a delicate one. But they made it very clear to the Vietnamese that would, try to take pot shots at their forward operating base that they operated out of. Yeah, if we find you and we catch you, we're going to do dirty things to you.
Nice.
Just let me put it to you this way. One of my grandpa's friends was telling us about this time that his unit got pinned down by a sniper. And when they finally killed the sniper and found out who it was a pregnant woman shooting at them.
Not uncommon.
Yeah, it wasn't uncommon at all for women in general to be Viet Cong. Like,
well, there was this one woman, I forgot what her name was. They either called her the Cobra or the Apache, one of the two.
you're talking
Anyway,
Cobra.
she had,
Cobra.
yeah,
it's
Cobra. Yeah, she had a very known reputation of torturing American POWs before killing them.
Yes.
Yep.
It's been a long drought since we had some competent people running the military. The high point,
Absolutely.
from what I saw, what I was in, was the first Gulf War in 90 and 91, where we had Schwarzkopf and Powell, and those guys. They had been junior officers in Vietnam and saw all the screwed up stuff that was going on, and they said, never again. They educated the people under them, said, if you see the politicians advising us a course of military action that's going to be disastrous for the country, it's your duty to pull them off to the side and in private to tell them they got their head up their ass. Powell and Schwarzkopf and that bunch around them, they told Bush Sr., we're not going to be going over there to occupy the freaking country. We're going to have a set number of objectives, and once those objectives are done, we're coming home, and you are not running the military operations from your office in fucking Washington. We're going to go in there, get this done, and we're bringing our people home. And then what happens after the Gulf War? They do the frickin' drawdown, kick people out willy-nilly, mainly all the competent people, and then under Clinton and Bush and Cheney and Obama, the only way to get promoted, people they're putting in charge, were a bunch of political ass-kissers. So that's what I'm saying. It's been a 30-year drought, and now I'm seeing what's being run with Venezuela in this, and I'm going, hallelujah. Said we're back.
Yes. So just I personally can't take credit for this quote as I saw it on Twitter, but I think it should be said. Hegseth is what they told us Mattis would be.
Yep.
Yeah, actually.
And also, I'm pretty sure there's a damn good reason Hegseth was never recommended to become a general. But he's in a position now to where he can actually do more, I think.
He was a couple ranks short from that. Well, more than a couple.
Yeah.
Well, no. So here's the thing. A lot of people don't know this about the military in general. If you spend more than 3 months as a major, you're not getting lieutenant colonel. Because literally, the rank of major it's more of a wartime thing, because majors are meant to be either battalion commanders during wartime, because you don't have enough colonels and lieutenant colonels to put around to each battalion. Usually the colonels and the lieutenant colonels are commanding the regiments. So the major ends up commanding during wartime the battalion. And then what you end up having in peacetime is that major is used as a way to weed people out. So if somebody hits major, if they're a major for 3 months and it does not look like they're going to get lieutenant colonel, This is why the rank of major is referred to as the rank where careers go to die. It's similar in essence to staff sergeant, where if you do not pick up after staff sergeant quickly, you're most likely never going to get past staff sergeant before you get out. So, yeah, the fact that he made it to major and he didn't get advanced past major, given the, I'm sorry, but as the Secretary of War, his competency has been proven. The dude has, like, the only time there's been any fucking scandal or fiasco in regards to Hegseth has been other people. You had that you had the whole.
Other than the fact that he had wandering eyes during his first marriage, yeah. But I mean, mind you, he was active military, so what do you expect?
I'm sorry. Congratulations. Like I'm sorry, but that's not something when it comes to the military. Yeah, that shit just happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
time I was in, it was, yeah, pretty much SOP that the divorce rate for people in the military was upwards of 50% or above.
Yeah, I think it's closer to 80 now.
But the fact of the matter is that, you know, when it comes down to it, you know, first off, you know, you look at all the bullshit because, you know, in terms of the operation itself, I don't know of any better way it could have gone, to be completely frank. Seriously, the IRGC is completely gutted. The mullahs can't fucking, or the ayatollahs, sorry. The ayatollahs can't get together and vote in a new leader without risking dude getting schwacked. Now,
there might not be enough of them left to be able to pick a new one.
So here's the thing. So we know now that Israel bombed the Assembly of Experts. Yes, that's the name. I was like, wait, what? Is that the actual fucking name? That's
yes,
funny.
it is.
But Israel is the one that bombed the Assembly of Experts. Well, turns out the Assembly of Experts weren't fucking there. So Israel fucking cocked that one up. And frankly speaking, now it's like, okay, are Israel the ones that have been doing some really hinky bombings? Like, for example, one of the schools in question, there's been 2 schools that have been hit. The Iranian military already confirmed that an air defense missile was what hit the school, the first one. And then the second one, we have soft confirmation that it was an airstrike that hit it. But then it's like, okay, did Israel fucking do that? Because, you know, we know they're the ones that hit the fucking the building that was supposed to have the Assembly of Experts.
I thought they had gotten those guys there.
Huh?
I thought they had gotten those guys there.
Nope. Not even fucking a little.
Yep. The only material way, you know, major way that this could have went any better if they had been a couple months earlier on the timeline to where they could have went in and done this about a month ago when all the massive protests were happening in Iran and they were actually taking control of city. Protesters are actually taking control of entire cities and could have maybe prevented about 30,000 people from getting slaughtered by the IGRC there. That'd be the only material way that I see that this could have went any better. But then,
yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing with those protests. First and foremost, we do not know who was backing those protests because at this point in time, we know for a fact that those protests were being backed by somebody. The situation that we do know is that we were operating very heavily in Iran during those protests. The problem is that there were so many counter signals between Europe and the U.S. My thought process and my read of the situation in regards to those protests was the Europeans were trying to foment a color revolution in order to replace the Ayatollahs with their own people. i.e. Pahlavi. And then you had the U.S. operating in there where we were funding and building kill teams to start bushwhacking IRGC guys, which we were doing quite successfully, by the way. So that's my read on the situation, is that the British segment of this, they tried to pull a big move with the color revolution. We said, no, we're going to be surgical. We're going to fucking bushwhack their leadership, because on a district level, during the protests, there were a shit ton of district commanders and district officers of the IRGC that were getting bushwhacked across the board. Hell, there were even a couple colonels that were getting hit. So overall, what we were doing is we were prepping the ground for our operations, and they tried to throw a wrench into the fucking gears and tried getting a color revolution spun up. And is it unfortunate that a shit ton of people died? Yeah, but at the same time, whatever. Because at the end of the day, if it serves the Europeans, I don't want it. Period of the story. As I said previously in other recordings we've done, I'm willing to sacrifice 10% of the population in order to fucking kill these bastards. No European blood will disgrace this fucking this earth with promulgating itself. Fuck them. I do not give a fuck. I do not care. They can fucking eat it. Yeah, I told you guys I was going to be hostile tonight. But
Night.
Oh no, I was
style, snake style, dog style, wolf style, any style but deer style. Pass too high, run too fast.
But the fact of the matter is that what we have here is an operation that is clearly completely obliterated. Again, when they can roll B-52s into the airspace, you don't have anything capable of taking down those planes. Period. When
not just rolling them in not even 2 or 3 days after it's friggin' started.
Yeah, and for those who don't understand, B-52s are very slow when it comes to, modern military air. They're basically commercial airliners with a bunch of bombs on them. They're pretty easy to take down if you have anything that can take them down.
No, it's in the name. Big ugly big ugly fat. Yeah, I can speak. I swear. Fuck. Anyways.
Yeah, speaking is hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
English
Big
hard.
ugly fat fuck.
Yeah.
But no, it's in the fucking name. They're big, they're ugly, they're fat as fuck. And at the end of the fucking day, when you can roll those into the airspace and start hitting targets, not in carpet bombing runs, but precision runs, you don't have shit you can do against them. And again, I will point this out. We have a severe case of people completely underestimating what the U.S. is fucking capable of. Like at this juncture, people are looking, and unfortunately, there's a bunch of American. Now, mind you, these are a bunch of 16ers. These are a bunch of people that are in the commentariat that came around during 2016 that are saying shit like this. But they're erroneously trying to compare this to the Russians and be like, see, this is how you fucking do this, Russia. And it's like, no. Russia is doing what they do best, period, end of story. And they're doing it spectacularly. We're here doing what we do best, and we're doing it spectacularly. Both methodologies are correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Russia's a meat grinder. It's how their military is designed, and it works well for them. Because it's not even a meat grinder for them.
Yeah. You keep your people from getting killed by killing the other guys first, and then you walk in and take the territory.
Yep.
Yeah. Did any of you see? And I believe this was even like 2 days or something after this whole thing just started. There were already pictures of MQ-9s in the sky over Iran as well. So, like.
Yep, I've seen videos to where also currently they have MQ-9s and Predator drones roaming over Iran with Hellfire missiles.
Yep.
Taking things out as well.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but like MQ-9s are also pretty easy to take down, assuming you have some form of air defenses. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
They fly really high, but really slow.
Let me put you this way: the Predator drones have been in service for almost 20 years now.
Dead.
No,
Could be longer than that.
Add about a decade.
Yeah. So
The Predators are out in the 90s, bud.
yeah. So this is.
I didn't know they were that old.
And this was around. This was like only 48 hours after this whole thing started. So, yeah.
Yeah, they had Predators in the air over Bosnia.
Interesting. So yeah, the Iranian capability to defend themselves in the air has been virtually non-existent since the beginning of this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point it out for people because they might not know this. You can take down drones with manned kinetic anti-aircraft guns. Like, that's how easy these things are to shoot down. Burst, proximity fused burst projectiles fired from like a 30 mil can take these things down very easily. Like, they're not hard to shoot down. And the fact
there's a reason that they just recently equipped Apache helicopters with proximity fused rounds for their 30 millimeter cannons.
Yep.
Oh, that's neat. But also, speaking of the Iranian Air Force, can we please get some Fs in chat for the F-14s we had to give a mercy killing to?
Oh, that happened last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so
unfortunately, the F-14 is now officially extinct.
Well, I will mention offhand that I am quite insufferably pleased over a certain frigate being sunk and how it was sunk.
Yeah, we got 40-year gaps between subsinks now.
Or submarine sinking something with a torpedo there.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, you know what? That's true. There have been a few times where surface vessels have been sunk by submarines accidentally. This is true. And it was not done by torpedoes.
Yeah.
The French did it once. We've done it 2 or 3 times. The Russians have done it a lot. Yes, it was 80 years for us. The Brits did it 40 years ago during the Falklands.
Yep.
And then it was World War II, right at the ass end.
Yep. Yeah, so basically there's only 2 nuclear submarines now in history that have actually sank another ship in combat. And that was the Conqueror in the Falklands War, and now the Charlotte over in Iran.
Oh, nice.
So I do want to point something out in regards to the sinking of that ship. So to all the little faggots out there, all you little red and green motherfuckers, come out, you red and greens, come out and fight me like a man. Anyways, the fact of the matter is oh, by the way, submarines don't pick up survivors after they kill shit.
Nope.
They never have. They never will. That's what surface combatants do. Submarines are not covered under the Geneva Conventions the same way that surface combatants are. So learn the fucking Geneva Conventions, the context of the Geneva Conventions were written in, and get over yourselves.
Yeah.
You
Can we also point out the fact that sub commander was teabagging them? He actually had his periscope up videoing the damn thing.
Oh, dude, I love that. I love that. That's beyond just. I'm going to expose myself just to dog on you motherfuckers even harder. Like I was loving it. I was loving it. And oh, by the way, they sank them out in international waters. This is a war crime. No, it fucking isn't, you fucking little lemmings. It's international waters. It wasn't somebody else's territorial waters. It was international waters. It doesn't matter that they were coming back from a goddamn fucking naval exercise. They are a viable fucking target. Get fucked. And I love how it's a bunch of people from Europe and fucking Asia that are talking the loudest shit. Thank you.
But essentially, really, it wasn't much of a risk from what I've read about that particular frigate. It's only like 1,500 tons. That thing would barely qualify as a corvette, and it essentially had zero anti-submarine capability. So,
yeah, it was effectively a coastal defense frigate, and it's like, yeah, whatever. The point is just the fact that, again, we're running roughshod, like, fucking over in my other Discord. Fucking one of our guys says something. He's like, "Oh, great! So the U.S. and Israel have officially declared war on Iran without actually say so. There's a difference between occasional drone assassination on radical members to outright annihilation of military and civilian structures." My response: it's only a war if you have a say in the matter. Yeah. When you are this fucking helpless to stop us, that's not a war. That's called, you are an asshole, you're an idiot, and you decided to fuck around, and you found out so spectacularly that now the entirety of the communist world has to come together to try to save your ass in your direst times.
Yes. You know how bad this bitch slapping has been going for them? They've all been reduced to posting nothing but fake AI videos of drones hitting ships. That's all they have left.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Where? I'm sorry. I do got.
When the friendly, hold on, Stoner, because I need to point this out in regards to what Dale just said. When that friendly fire incident with the F-18 and the F-15s happened, that whole situation, you want to know how the little reds and greens fucking responded to that?
How?
They put out a fucking video of an F-4 Phantom getting shot down by surface-to-air fire from DCS. They couldn't even get the plane right.
Yep.
Yeah, they weren't even skillful enough to use ace combat footage.
Nope. They could have at least used RMA3 footage.
They couldn't even get the plane right. That's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they've went back to shooting their own civilians. Now, last word I heard.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the knee-jerk reaction over there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, the last word I heard about situation on the ground, the IRGC is literally, they're in their final death throes, and so they're just trying to get themselves out of their situation. But here's the problem: is now you have the entire Middle East against them. The fucking Taliban is coming in. The fucking Pakis tried to do something to help them, apparently. And the whole situation between Afghanistan and the Taliban and the Pakistanis, that whole situation, I'm pretty convinced at this point in time that was actually in lieu of this situation here. I think the Pakis were going to try to pull some shit, and we got the Taliban to hit the Pakis. Because here's the thing: is everybody's like, "Oh, the Taliban got absolutely slaughtered by the Pakistanis." Here's the thing: is that there's no good information from the Pakis of what they lost. Because I've had several fucking things come across my feed so far that indicated that the Pakistanis lost a lot more than they are letting on to.
It wouldn't surprise me.
The Pakistanis aren't exactly known for being militarily competent.
No, not at all. But yeah, did they kill a bunch of fucking Taliban? Yeah, probably. But guess what? They got as good as they got, or they got as good as they gave, at least, and probably worse in some regards, because some of the shit that I've heard is one of their air bases, they basically had an SAS raid on the bitch. And they lost planes on the ground, which it's like, interesting.
Yeah. From past about 50 or so years of history, it is not a good idea to try invading and occupying Afghanistan.
No.
Well,
It's never been a good idea.
Okay, there's a little more to that, but, let's be frank, that's a discussion in all of itself. Anyway, Stoner, you were trying to say something, and we all just kept bringing up points. Please go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I apologize. If you guys hear anything in the background, that's going to be my inconsiderate guest, who I've told a bunch of times I'm in the middle of doing a podcast.
Well, you also know we've been trying to work on this for the week.
Now my question is, that Iranian ship that our brave seamen sunk, where exactly did they sink it? Why in the fuck was it all the way over there and not close to Iran?
I literally answered that just a minute ago. It was doing naval exercises with some other countries, China and a couple others. They were doing naval exercises, and they were traveling back to the Persian Gulf.
Yeah.
It was off the coast of Sri Lanka that they got sunk.
Yeah.
It's the one big, Sri Lanka is what used to be called Ceylon, right at the tip of India there.
Yeah, I apologize. This just says so much going on over here. I was getting a little distracted.
No worries.
But across the board, I'm just gonna say it. If you're a fucking little red and green, cool, congratulations. We fucking hate you, and we're not gonna. The bitch slapping will continue until morale improves, motherfuckers. So get used to it.
Yeah, and one other thing I'm glad to see, at least for this war, this time around, we have torpedoes that actually frigging work.
Yeah.
Yeah. For anyone that's curious, Google the Mark 14 torpedo. Enough said.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
How in the hell that thing managed to get into production and out to the fleet is something I'll never understand.
That was politics. It was the baby of... Oh, I don't remember which admiral it was, but he was a friend of Roosevelt. And it took Chink Lee to get that shit figured out.
Oh, so it got put into production like those ACUs got put in production.
Yeah. Well, basically, part of the problem was they had, the idea of having torpedo detonate under a ship to break its keel was actually thought up during World War I, because they developed the Mark 14 and the magnetic detonator to go along with it right at the end of World War I, and they did a couple tests, static tests, and saw that it worked and said, oh, okay, it's good. And so now, because we're scared of anybody getting a hold of the design, we're going to make it a state secret and not let anyone else know how it works or do any more testing on it.
Yeah.
And they didn't realize at the time that the magnetic field tends to vary in strength depending on what year it is and depending on the location of the Earth. And there were certain early design defects that didn't become apparent in the limited testing they did. And the people that were in charge of originally designing the thing and then building it, which was built at a very slow production rate, so they didn't want to use up during the 20s and 30s, so they didn't want to use them up during testing. They, the people that developed it, became very hostile when people started coming back and saying, what the hell's wrong with this thing? It's not working. They were trying to save their own butts. That's how it occurred.
Yeah. It also doesn't help the fact that they had a usable shelf life of about a year before the electronics and chemicals they used went bad.
Yep. Basically, they had problems with, like you said, the magnetic detonator not always working. They had a steel firing pin mounted up in the nose to where the thing had so much inertia to it that basically the entire front end of the torpedo would get crushed before the firing pin had a chance to set off the explosives.
Yep.
And where they located the depth sensing port back on the aft end of the torpedo kept thinking it was running too shallow and would run about 10 feet deeper than what it was set for. Yes, there were a whole number of problems with the thing that if they had done actual testing, continual testing on it between World War I and when we entered World War II, they might have had all that stuff corrected. But for various, like you said, political and monetary reasons, they didn't.
Yeah, if anybody ever wants to get a good primer on it and laugh their ass off, go and find the video from Fat Electrician about Admiral Ching Lee.
And also, Drakenifel would also be another good channel to check out.
Oh yeah, he will. Yeah, he breaks it down in detail.
But just to kind of tie this segment of the conversation up, at the end of the day, there's not much to really fucking talk about, to be completely frank. The goings on the ground, it's happening. And frankly speaking, it's funny. Did you guys see the whole Iran US or the US Iran war tracker that somebody made?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so it's a tracker where they're estimating the cost of the war so far. You guys realize that supposedly the tracker is only around like 6 million. It's like, wait, we've only spent 6 million so far?
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Fuck.
Most of that's just in maintenance on the airframes.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. No, most of that has gone to the food budget of the Air Force.
Yeah, seriously.
They need their caviar after all.
They need their caviar.
Yeah.
I do want to point something out, though. Masterful situation when it comes to, everybody is like, oh, look at all the damage that they're doing to all these bases. It's like, yeah, okay. Oh, they're hurting you just as much. Okay. Oh, you've suffered so many deaths. They're just lying to you. They're not going to release casualty numbers on a hourly basis. The Russians put out casualty figures once a month. Why would you expect that all of a sudden the U.S. is going to be like, oh, we somebody got a paper cut.
Yep.
okay, whatever. Like, for some reason, and again, I pointed this out in one of my quote tweets that I made the other day, and one of my army guys, he commented, he's like, yeah, it's really hard for them not to view everybody in the military as children, because in the quote tweet I asked, does the idiot in question know where the term infantry comes from? Is the idiot in question capable of understanding what a volunteer force is? And is the idiot capable of understanding that, the people in question who make up the military aren't fucking children?
Yep. They don't sign up to the military to fucking garden. Let's just say that. They sign up for the military because they want to fight wars.
I'm gonna be completely honest, because most of my guys that got in, they were pissed that they couldn't get deployments. They were pissed. That's why a lot of my guys got out like they did after one cycle, because they were like, I wasn't able to qualify for deployment. Like, they were pissed. Hell, I had one guy that he managed to get sent to Syria, and he was giddy as fuck. He was like, holy shit, I actually managed to get one. He's the only dude in our entire friend group of of all the guys that went in the military. He's the only one with a combat action ribbon. Only one. And he is a source of envy from many of the other guys, because all the guys were combat arms, every single one. There wasn't a pog to be seen in my friend group. It was all infantry guys of various roles. Like,
I do got one question. I do got one question to ask, and maybe you can forward it over to your friends. What is their opinion on pogs, like a certain fat guy we seem to not be able to get along with?
So I'll give you the opinion of my best one of my best friends. I'll give you the opinion of his, that he has. The only good pog is the one that gives it out. If you catch my drift. That's the only opinion he's willing to share when it comes to the people, because he fucking despises half of them.
Understandable.
If not barracks bunny, not worth the time nor the oxygen. But no, like, at the end of the fucking day, it's like, you're absolutely right, Dale. Like, a lot of the guys that go in because they're like, nah, I want to fucking go. I want to deploy. I want to go fight. That's the mentality of a lot of the motherfuckers. And the fact that so many of these fucking little retards on Twitter are playing it up like, oh, they don't want to go and fight. It's like, motherfucker, I know for a fact. Hell, I had one of my guys who messaged me and was like, hey, are they going to be doing ground deployments? Because when he heard that the strikes happened, his first inclination was, oh, shit, I might sign back up. Because he's still within his reserve status. He was like, are we going to do ground ops? Because if I'm going back in active. Fuck it. I had to let him down softly, because I'm like, no, we're not. The only ground guys that are going in are Delta or Dev Group. And he's like, fuck, all right, never mind.
Yep.
Like, sorry, dude, you're not tier 1. You're tier 2. He's a former Ranger, so he's tier 2. He's good. He's real good at what he does. He's an EOD guy that has all 10 fingers still. So yeah, he's good at what he does. Yeah.
Oh, EOD, and he still got all his digits? Yeah, dude definitely knows his shit.
Yeah. I was about to say, Stoner. I literally just said that. But no, like, at the end of the fucking day, like, no, stop treating these people like they're fucking children. Like, the ones that die, you think that they're people on the ground aren't fucking like, yeah, fucking bomb them harder.
Yep.
No, they're sitting there celebrating every time a fucking plane leaves the runway or the fucking flight deck.
Yeah. You want to make sure war crimes happen? Here's how you do it. You kill the officer, you kill the woman, you kill Doc, or you kill somebody's best friend.
No. The order is you kill the officer, the war crime regulator comes off. You kill Doc, your body's probably going to get flayed. You kill the woman, you're probably going to get crucified. And if you kill the private, don't touch the fucking mascot. I'm not going to be able. There are going to be no remains to recover if you kill the mascot.
Yeah, the only people that are allowed to shoot the FNG is their own foxhole buddy.
But the fact of the matter is that at the end of the day, as I said, there's really nothing to really fucking talk about, because it's like, no, we're fucking them up. We're obliterating them so spectacularly. Like, and I'm gonna get into the geopolitics as a whole. Notice how Russia boilerplate responses from across the fucking board. China, boilerplate fucking responses from across the fucking board. The only ones freaking out about this are the red and greens.
Yep. Oh, also
The only one.
Yeah. So just real quick before you jump more into the geopolitics of it, some good news in case some of you haven't heard, you know that war powers resolution that fucking Massey and Ro Khanna were trying to pass? It failed today. Failed by 4 votes.
And you know what's funny?
Now, what was the story behind that?
Oh, it was just they were trying, because, okay, so here, I guess I actually should get into that real quick, because that's another part of this whole equation. There's a fun little thing called the Barbary Wars that established the precedent, and this precedent has held for years because it was established by the founders of the nation, that the president, in the event of a very special circumstance, like what we're seeing with Iran, and like what we saw with the Barbary pirates, that, yeah, they can fucking drop bombs on heads. Period. End of story. In the case of the fucking founders, it was naval gunfire. In the case of nowadays, it's fucking 500 and 1,000 pound bombs from fighter jets. Get fucked. I don't care. Technology changes. Get some. You are not going to be able to make the argument that the president he didn't go through the proper procedures, because he did do the proper procedures. He informed Congress after the initial strikes, hey, by the way, we're hitting Iran. Get fucked. He has 60 days to fuck their shit up. And the fact that it hasn't even been a week yet, and they're in such dire fucking straits. Yeah, okay, whatever. First off, everybody who's bitching, like, oh, it might take, they keep moving the goalposts. First it was 3 days, then it was a week, now it's 4 weeks, and now all of a sudden it's 8 weeks. First off, motherfuckers, the reason why they're saying 8 weeks, if they actually did say it, which, by the way, the only source that I've seen for the supposed 8 weeks thing was fucking Politico. That's where it originated. Guess what? 60 days, motherfuckers. That's 2 months. What is that? Oh, that's fucking 8 weeks in the general sense. So even if it was 8 weeks, that's the limit that he can go to. And if he decides, nah, fuck it, we're just gonna keep bombing them for 8 weeks straight, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Use the old stock of the inventory. I don't give a damn. It was like I'm gonna point this out real quick too. By the way, use them while you got them. That's the mentality when it comes to fucking armaments. Because when you have to recycle, yeah, okay, the cost of a fucking let's go with a 500-pound bomb. Average cost on a 500-pound bomb is around $7,500 for one bomb. The recycle cost on a 500-pound bomb is over $20,000.
Yeah, the stuff in there that makes it go boom is quite volatile when you have to take it apart.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it also has a shelf life too.
Yeah. So.
But I was also going to ask. But I was also going to ask.
Stoner, just real quick, just to your point. Even when it reaches the end of its shelf life, it's incredibly unstable. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. Now, bombing all this shit's all well and good. But how in the hell are we going to hold territory if we don't use ground forces?
We're not going to.
We're not going to hold territory. There's no reason for us to hold territory. So let me get into the geopolitics real quick because this will answer your question. First off, there was a deal signed somewhere. It wasn't with the Ayatollahs. That's clear enough. Period in the story. That's clear. But there was a deal signed somewhere. I suspect that there are elements within the Iranian I'm going to use the term Persian army to be indicative because you have the IRGC and then the military. Remember, there are two arms to the governmental structure of Iran. You have the Persian government and then you have the Arab government. Remember this. It's very important to fucking remember this. So what you end up having is that something got signed at some point in time with the Persian government of Iran. That basically was, hey, look, we're going to bomb the shit out of the Arab government. We're going to waste these guys like a motherfucker. You guys are going to do this, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do this.
Yeah.
We have soft confirmation that the strike in the UAE that the Iranian, the Persians did. Because at this point in time, the Arabs didn't fucking do that. This was the Persians. The strike in the UAE that supposedly killed 6 CIA agents, there's soft confirmation that, yes, in fact, 6 CIA agents died in the UAE.
Good.
So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, cool. Why were they fucking there? Why were those CIA agents there? What were they fucking doing? Because the fact of the matter is that how would the Iranians be able to figure out that these 6 CIA agents were operating in this particular building, on this particular floor, in these particular fucking offices?
Someone would have had to tell them.
Exactly my point. And then you start looking at a bunch of different stuff. There's these little strikes that have been happening across the Gulf where it's very pinprick shit. But in the larger scheme of things, it's part of the geopolitics of the situation. I am firmly in the camp that the Persian government of Iran is doing stuff that we can't do while we take out their problem, being the IRGC and the Arab government. And mind you, we're not striking the Persian military.
very trans one.
We're only hitting the Arab military. We're only hitting the IRGC. We're not hitting the Iranian army. And remember, the IRGC are the ones that crew the boats, fly the planes, man the launchers.
I see.
So at the end of the day, we don't need ground forces when we already have a ground force there. It's called the fucking Iranian army.
Okay, now I gotta ask this just for the hell of it, because if that's the case, then is this going to set the precedent for us to start pulling troops back home, like the ones that we've had on the Korean DMZ, since the 1950s, the troops we've had in Europe since the end of the Second World War?
Well, first off, we can't. Congress has legally bound us to have 50,000 troops in Europe at all times. And in terms of Korea, we're not going to pull the troops off the Korean DMZ until after the situation between North Korea and South Korea is alleviated. Which that situation is going to come to a head very soon, in my opinion, and it's not going to go the way a lot of people think it's going to go. Just saying. But the fact of the matter is that, again, what you have to, like, for example, why did all of a sudden all the tripwire troops get pulled from Natanz in Syria? All of those troops all pulled out. Every single one of them. That movement was not reported until after the strikes happened. The fact of the matter is that there's a lot of shit going on in the background that nobody's fucking talking about. But then all of a sudden, they were. And I'm speaking about the Strait of Hormuz. All of a sudden, everybody's talking about the geopolitics that actually matter. Because all of a sudden, Lloyd's of London fucked up.
Oh, God, did they ever.
They didn't have a pricing mechanism. And here's the fun part. Now, did you guys see the what Lloyd's came up with?
No.
No.
War risk of 3.5%. That's a massive jump from the half to 1% that they were charging before.
Yeah, that's...
And before they managed to cobble together that number, Trump comes out and announces, "Hey, we're gonna have our guys start underwriting insurance."
Oh yeah, when I saw that, I was laughing my ass off.
Oh, and another thing too, I forget exactly where it was that I heard this, but they were asking the question on if the United States Navy can actually secure all the civilian shipping there in the Strait of Hormuz and going through the Sinai Peninsula.
We've been doing it for decades. That's daily occurrence for us. That's what we use most of our Navy for, is to secure shipping around the world.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point this out. And you know, this is part of the crash out that so many people have been having. We've been the security for international shipping for decades. We're the only Navy in the world capable of fucking doing it. There's no other Navy in the world that's capable of doing it except in regional terms. And even in regional terms, a lot of them can't do it anyways. They don't have the operational capacity. So, at the end of the fucking day, oh no, guess what, motherfuckers? We're taking your goddamn business.
Yeah, 6% of Britain's GDP. That's what Lloyd's of London amounts to. 6% of Britain's GDP, and they just threw it in the shitter.
Oh, by the way, there's a lot of companies, and I mean a lot of companies, that are refusing to pay those premiums.
Yep.
They're like, no.
You threw us under the bus. We can't trust your ass now, and we got somebody that's got a much bigger bank than you do.
Well, not even just that, but the fact of the matter is that, oh, wait, you guys are demanding 3.5% from us. The Americans want 1.5%.
And another thing is not only that, but we also have the bigger stick, which we can use to deter any aggressors.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to point.
It's not even the bigger stick, it's the only stick. The British do not have any such stick.
Let's take a moment to give thanks to Alfred Thayer Mahan and Teddy Roosevelt for kicking this country in the butt to give us the Navy we needed.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, the Great White Fleet.
But I'll point this out to you. At this juncture, you look at Ukraine. One of the most important things to understand is right now the Ukrainians are targeting LNG carriers hardcore. The Russians have lost 2 or 3 now to the Ukrainians.
Sounds about right.
The operations in Iran are going to light a fire under the asses of the Europeans in a way that they don't fucking realize. Because now they're screaming, oh, we need natural gas and oil. The Russians aren't selling it to them anymore.
Yep.
And I'm not saying because of the sanctions. I'm saying Putin said, no, we're good. The strikes in Iran barely moved the needle here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
In Europe, it doubled natural gas prices within 6 hours of operations.
Nice.
Get fucked, you limey pieces of shit.
And LNG is their primary source of power.
Yep.
They're gonna be kicking themselves for blowing up all their nuclear plants any day now.
They already are. They have
they
been
can't.
for years.
Oh, no. It's even better than that. Because what did Russia just announce 2 weeks ago?
What?
They're now the sole buyer of uranium from Burkina Faso.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Meaning that Burkina Faso won't sell to anyone else, or just they're the only one currently offering to buy it?
No, Burkina Faso and Russia signed a deal that Russia is the only one buying their uranium.
I see. So they're not willing to sell it to anyone else then.
Well, considering how much Russia offered them, I wouldn't be selling it to anybody else either.
Fair enough.
I'd lock that price in a heartbeat.
Russia, yeah, it was 5% over spot. If I
It
remember
was
correctly.
more than that.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember the numbers exactly.
I think it was quite literally double the going price.
Holy shit! Cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a lot more than what the fucking French were paying them. Because the French were paying them pennies on the fucking dollar per ton.
Yep.
But that's the point.
I know I've seen multiple places that it was 50% over, and I've seen a decent number of places that said it was double price.
Yeah. Well, aren't there a few I believe Central African countries that keep for some reason having their governments toppled anytime they decide to stop selling uranium to the French?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly very coincidental.
Yeah, and most of what doesn't come out of that area, when it comes to fissile material for power plants, it comes out of the former Stan countries. So they're not getting any. The Europeans are not getting any of that.
Nope.
Well, yeah, because where is it processed?
Well, shit, most of those places aren't even mining it anymore.
Well,
And
yeah,
the few that are, it goes right into Russia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It goes straight into Russia, straight to the fucking processing plants there, where they, again, Russia's the #1 producer of yellow cake in the entire fucking world.
Is yellow cake refined uranium?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuclear fuel.
I see.
Oh, goddamn. Y'all ever seen that movie Get Smart?
A long time ago. Yes.
Not a fan of the new version of the new movie, but I loved the show, the old show.
Well, there was a scene in the movie where they were raiding a uranium factory, and they were asking the guy playing the main character, are they making yellow cake? He said, yeah, they have yellow cake in regards to the uranium. And then saw some folks throwing a birthday party and yellow cake.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But no. So overall, the only ones that have been hurt by this situation in any meaningful way have been the fucking Europeans. And yet you have a bunch of these fucking third worldists or red and greens that are coming out of the woodwork screaming about how the U.S. is going to suffer because of this economically. And it's like, you're all idiots. Every one of you. You're fucking retarded.
Yep. I swear, every fifth or fourth person I see who's bloviating about this on Twitter, I always click their that little thing you can now click on Twitter that tells you where they're from. It's always fucking Europe or Canada.
Yep.
Oh, well,
So
first
basically
off,
Europe. I repeated myself
count-
there when I said Europe.
Yeah,
and
I was about
Canada.
to say, I consider Canada part of Europe currently. It's
Yeah.
occupied American territory.
Indeed.
Well, there are a couple parts of the African continent where there's spots, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, a lot of them for me have been Europe and Asia,
Southeast
and it's
Asia?
mostly been, Southeast Asia.
Yep.
But
Oh, God.
that's the whole crux of it. Is at the end of the fucking day, it's like, weird how the only people that are negatively affected by this shit economically are the Europeans.
Yep.
It's almost like that was the whole fucking point.
I'm good with that.
Common European L.
But no, America is going to suffer because all of a sudden gas prices are gonna double.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, gas prices went up by a paltry fucking 7 cents.
Yeah.
The last time I looked, like, it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I looked at the fucking wholesale gasoline prices. 7 cents across the board. That was both New York, Gulf, and Los Angeles.
Yeah. If only the U.S. had its own supply of oil that it could dip into if it wanted to. Unfortunately, though, unfortunately, we know the U.S. doesn't have any oil of its own.
Oh, it's not like we didn't just reopen a massive source of oil as well.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, notice how the Chinese are buying oil from Venezuela at market price once again. Notice how the U.S. is selling oil to the Chinese at market price.
Mm-hmm.
We're not using it as leverage. We're just forcing the PLA to actually fucking pay for their shit. Notice how Xi Jinping isn't railing about the fact that the PLA is being forced to get their ship fuel at market price. It's almost like it was fucking on purpose.
Yep.
Well, I've also got to ask in regards to oil, what are we doing in regards to domestic production? Because I'm pretty sure Alaska and Texas are happy to start pumping out more oil, but what about California?
Well, Trump just nationalized one of the refineries in California.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he just did it.
Oh, I bet you there's a shitload of workers out there that are happy to hear that news.
Yeah, the rumors that I've heard so far is that they nationalized the one, and they're working on nationalizing the other one too.
Very nice.
Yeah, cope and seed, new scum. Cope and seed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he doesn't need to cope and see. He's busy drinking himself into a stupor.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yes, because here's the thing, is once those refineries, because the refineries are nationalized, all the proceeds from those refineries goes into federal coffers.
Mm-hmm.
So then those proceeds get distributed to the companies.
Uh-huh.
So
Which
Valero
means
might have,
California doesn't get the tax money for it.
and Valero might have fucked up by paying out like they did, but I understand why they wanted to fucking be done with it. Because
Doesn't Valero have a couple? Well, doesn't Valero have a couple more refineries out there in California?
No, they only have the one that I know of.
Oh, well, live and learn. But as you said, they probably didn't know this was going to happen, so they had to make do with the best intel they had.
Well, to be completely frank, more than likely, Trump nationalizes the Valero refinery out there, fucking brings Valero back in, and then tells California, go fuck yourselves. You're not getting their money.
You know, speaking of
and so many
California
libertarian tears were shed on that day.
Yeah. Well, speaking of California getting money, are they still getting American federal tax dollars, or has that tap been cut off?
It hasn't been cut off.
It depends on the subject.
Yeah, it's very much nuanced. Like, for example, the high-speed rail project, that's been cut off completely. The Palisades, situation, that's been subsumed by the feds completely. You have the refinery situation that's now developing. You have the situation with shit. What's that called again? Oh fuck! Their homeless program. I forget what it's called. That's getting audited right now. So,
God.
Yeah.
Well, there goes another one of their slush funds.
So right now they're in a really bad fucking position. And by the way, to all the little assholes that want to be like, I want things to be fixed here. Yeah, we can do multiple things at fucking once. I know that's a hard concept, I know that's a hard thing to imagine, but we could do multiple things at once.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna have to go real quick, as I have a delivery I need to pick up. I'm gonna leave the stream running, but please do not say any slurs that I would otherwise have to beep until I get back. And if you do end up saying slurs, please note them down in the side chat so I know to bleep them out when I get back.
Okay, well, Mark,
Okay,
Mark now that you left,
Already done.
and then, let's take a few minutes because I'm actually gonna grab food from the cafeteria. So,
All right, that works.
it's good
out.
timing, I guess. So
All right.
we'll take a quick break.
All right, I'll be back in 5 or so. So, see you all in a bit.
So, who wants to say slurs?
No, let's not do that to him.
Well, again,
Let's do that when he gets
God.
back.
I'm gonna.
We need to get that Pippa clip because she said it so well.
Oh, there's still breakfast stuff in here. Oh, yes. I'm a happy little gopher.
Yeah, I finished off my liver and onions from the other day.
Yeah, it's the one of the appreciation weeks for the employees, and so they're doing a bunch of cooking and everything. Oh, did somebody finish off the potatoes?
Also in the side chat, I looked up some pictures of the oil fields in Texas and California. So maybe we can make use of those. Oh, and also let me look up the one for Alaska.
All right, I'm gonna do a combo situation here. Hell yeah.
I ate too much.
Okay. Do. Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, if I fall asleep and I haven't muted myself, just boot me out.
Oh, good.
Oh, I never got back to sleep when I woke up at 2 o'clock. And I don't mean PM. And I've got that plumber coming at some point tomorrow, and I don't know when. Ah, crap, I didn't take the garbage out to the road.
Good job.
Well, unless I have a seizure, I'm going to wake back up at 4 in the morning, no matter what time I fall asleep.
Oh, Lord, do you have seizures?
Yes, I'm an epileptic.
Oh, bless your heart.
Hey,
And I mean that. Hey! I mean that in the kind way. Us Southerners, we have two meanings for the phrase "bless your heart." But unless you've been born here and been down here for a while, yeah, it's kind of hard for you Yankees to know the difference.
Okay, got it.
I am well aware. One of the people that helped raise me was from deep Georgia. Black lady, 300-pound black grandma.
Those are the
best ones.
Oh yeah, those are the best ladies you could ever be blessed to run into.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You want some good cooking? Go to a black church when they having a potluck.
A black church or a Mexican church? And I don't know Spanish. I mean Mexican church.
Now listen, it was on the subject we were talking about. If you want some good cooking, go to a black church that's having a potluck. You will have. Oh yeah. Yeah, the soul food will be plentiful, and the company will be lovely.
That's right. As long as you bring grape soda and watermelon. I'll try and find that joke skit from Fluffy.
Yeah, let's just say you might want to be careful bringing that, because if you're a new person, they may take it the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm well aware. I'm well aware. I might be vanilla. I might be white chocolate white, but I've spent quite a bit of time in Detroit.
And also in lieu of grape soda, you can bring Kool-Aid.
This is true. You can bring Kool-Aid, but it actually has to be Kool-Aid brand. You can't do the knockoffs.
In this economy, you have no choice but to do the Great Value brand.
But yeah, whenever I was at my great grandmother's, her next door neighbor was literally a 300-pound black grandma, and they were the best of friends. So I spent just as much time with her. If I was with one of them, I was with both of them 90% of the time.
Yeah, let me put it to you this way: if I ever see a 300-pound black grandma, first thing that's going to run through my mind: protect Granny at all costs.
Yeah, the second one is, how is her fried okra?
Oh, did you even ask?
Where do you think
Let
I'm
me ask you. Well, let me ask you this: have you ever had to cut your own okra?
It's been a hot minute since I was cooking okra on a regular basis, but yeah, it's
No! I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where you grow it yourself and you have to go out in the garden and cut it off the plant.
No, I've never grown my own okra.
All right, I'm
Well,
back.
pro tip. If you ever do start growing okra, wear long sleeves when you're cutting it.
It's
Because, okra. Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, because if you try to cut okra and you don't have on long sleeves, that shit'll eat your arms up.
I am aware.
What is okra like an allergen? Is it on human skin? Is it an irritant of some sort?
It's
Okra
got
is
little
a
spines.
disgusting vegetable.
Oh.
It's a what?
It's a disgusting vegetable.
Oh, fuck you.
I will not hear that heresy in this fucking chat.
Unless you fry it.
No, the plant is basically
Alright,
a leafy predator. It's evil.
And another thing too is if you're ever out there cutting okra or shucking corn, be sure to check yourself for ticks when you get back in. Because I don't know what it is about corn and okra, but they just
to the stop sign down
draw
there,
ticks in.
and I'll figure out what dock to put you
Yes,
in,
they do.
and I'll get you processed. Your empty's going to be right down there.
Yes, they do.
Huh?
But
No, you're going to drop this trailer in a dock.
yeah, the plant is just
I'll
evil.
drop this trailer in whatever dock I tell you.
It will.
I got to go figure out which docks are open, and then you're going to grab that empty one. I'll handle your paperwork. Just wait down there by that stop.
Oh my God,
all right?
man, you are loud right now.
Gavin, yeah, you're right. Okra will kick your ass.
Think of stems
But
and
God, it
leaves with
tastes
razor blades
good.
not glued onto the bottom.
Yeah, okra. It depends. So I say it's disgusting. It depends on who's making it.
Okay, so let me explain okra. First off, I will walk out into my mom's garden. My mom's okra plant, when it comes into season, doesn't fucking survive long because me and my mom will be out there, and while she's working, she'll snack on it. I will fucking snack on it while helping her out. So her okra doesn't fucking last long enough to make it into the kitchen.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. There's too much mucus in the plant.
Oh, motherfucker, that's part of the goodness.
Dude, if you fry, let me put it to you this way: if you cut it up and you batter it and you fry it, you don't have to worry about the slime. Because when you fry it, it cooks the slime out of it.
Yep.
It's normally slimy.
Yes.
It depends on how you cook it.
If you don't prepare it properly, it just oozes snot.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Louisiana gumbo.
Yeah.
The reason why it has the texture, the reason why it has the texture that it does is because they cook okra in with it.
That's right.
I'm just hearing a bunch of slack jaw pussies right now.
Yeah,
Speak for yourself, Yankee. I'll eat okra fried, boiled, or pickled.
But yeah, for as slick and mucusy as it is, it actually is a really good thickener for liquids.
Yeah, it is. And what the fuck? There's another one. Oh, squash. Fried squash. That's another good one.
I didn't know they fried squash.
What? Dale, you've never had fried squash?
Nope. I didn't think it was a thing you'd fry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You batter it up and you fry it like you do okra.
I just made some fried onion and Worcestershire Philly cheesesteak.
Very nice.
Ooh, yummy. Oh, and another thing you can do with fried squash is you can dice up an onion and fry it along with your squash.
Oh, I love onion.
Onion's pretty good.
Oh, and here's something else too: is if you're ever like eating good Southern soul food, you're going to have either a slice of raw onion or a cow horn pepper to munch on while you're eating.
It was really good. At a fair last year, we had they took an onion, and when you put it through the slicer and it cuts it all into ribs, and then dip it in the frying oil. And that is good.
Yeah. What is a cow horn pepper?
Oh, what?
What is a cow horn pepper? I believe Stoner mentioned those.
Okay, give me a minute. Okay, give me a.
Right. Is it a spicy pepper?
I don't believe so.
I just told you to give me a minute. Hold on.
Hey, I'm gonna steal this for a minute. I will bring it right back.
Oh yeah, here's some good pictures of some.
All right,
Sorry, boys. I had to turn them all up.
I was just dropping
All right, hold on.
in the illusion of omniscience. I'm going to go eat dinner now.
All right.
Okay. All right, Dale. Check the side chat. These are pictures of cow horn peppers.
So they
and
are
yes,
spicy.
the green ones. Not really. I'd say they're probably on par with a jalapeno.
Let's see. Cow
That's
horn
not bad.
are between 2,500 and 5,000 Scovilles. Jalapeno. And what is a jalapeno? Jalapenos are between 2,500 and 8,000. So yeah, they're about the same to a bit less hot.
And the red ones, those are the ones that were left on the vine a little too long. Yeah, I mean, they're all the same pepper. It's just as they get older is when they start changing color.
Very nice.
But anyways, back to the show. Mike, I posted some images of Texas, California, and Alaskan oil and gas fields. So maybe we could use those in our in
I muted
the.
myself. I muted myself for a few minutes. You guys can keep talking, but I'm muting.
All right, no worries.
Okay.
All right, so I
Oh,
guess
we get a break.
Yeah, I guess we'll get back to that later. But yeah, back to peppers. So yeah, I remember one time, I was planning to make some slightly spicy foods, and so I ordered some jalapeno peppers. They didn't have those, so they replaced They replaced them for me with something called Thai chili peppers. Fun time I had there.
Are you talking
Not
about those little
actually very
itty bitty
fun.
teeny? Are you talking about those little itty bitty teeny bird's eye chilies?
Yes.
Oh goddamn, those things will light your ass up.
Yep.
Oh,
I wish I knew that at the time.
I got a little story to tell you about some bird's eye chilies.
Mm-hmm.
When I was, God, man, this is a long time ago, but I know my Aunt Bootsy had some bird's eye chilies that she was growing in like a little flower pot, but she was growing them as like a deck plant.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she had to babysit me and my little brother one day, and my dumbass thought it would be a good idea to try some of those chilies. Mind you, I think I was about maybe 10 years old. Yeah, those sons of bitches were hot.
You were 10. Did you sit beside Moses? 3rd grade?
I will shove this bottle up your ass if you keep talking like that, Connor. I've only got you beat by about 8 years.
38?
Shut up.
He was there with the dinosaurs.
And he was riding on a stegosaurus to work.
Right.
I love y'all too.
You opened the door for it. You said 8 years older than me. It's like, dude, I'm 30.
Yeah, which means you're going to be getting there soon enough, asshole.
Die first.
Yeah, we were talking about peppers. So what exactly did you have planned to do with those jalapenos, Dale?
So I was going to be pickling some what do they call it? I was pickling some vegetables. Included one of the things I was making was sauerkraut. So one of the ones I was planning to make was a slightly spicy sauerkraut that I was going to use with the jalapenos. Let's just say and also some pickled onions as well. Let's just say those ended up being a lot more than a little spicy. Also, something I learned as well. Did you know that if you, I guess that's technically the proper term is fermenting. But when you ferment spicy peppers, over time they become completely non-spicy, and they actually become the least spicy thing in the jar that you're fermenting. So, yeah, if you leave them in there long enough, you can just take them and eat them by themselves, and you'll be fine. But as soon as you eat any of the other foods in there, oh boy, you're going to suffer.
Well, here's the thing, though. You know, Tabasco sauce, right before they start fermenting it, it is a lot hotter than what it is when they put it in a bottle.
I could see that, yeah.
And also, have you seen the forklifts and shit that they use inside the Tabasco factory?
No.
After spending like a few years in that factory, those things get so fucking corroded from the fumes.
That's interesting. Yeah, remind me never to work in a Tabasco factory. I assume if the forklift doesn't do well, I doubt I will. But yeah, when I think of it, yeah, because Tabasco sauce isn't that spicy. Like, I'm like I can handle like generic white person levels of spice, and I don't think that Tabasco sauce is very spicy. So yeah, it's definitely much more mild than some of the other things I've unfortunately had.
Oh, Lord. And seeing that plant brings back memories.
Did you used to work at the Tabasco plant?
No, I was talking about the bird's eye chili plant.
Oh. You used to work at one of those?
No, I'm talking about the plant.
The
thing
right,
that grows the
right. I see. Plant as in growing, not plant as in factory.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here it is.
But yeah, you do not want to touch one of those.
Yeah, check the side chat. Check the side chat. That's what my auntie tried using as a decorative plant.
Hey, it looks nice.
Yeah, it is pretty. Just be careful of eating those peppers.
Yeah, actually, let me tell you, I think they're actually different. Yeah, so they're actually different than the Thai chili. Which is hotter? Let's see. They're both around
here's the thing.
50 to 250,000 Scoville units. So, damn.
Anything else?
Well, here's the thing too. Also, in regards to peppers like that, if you want to try to take some of the spice out of them, whenever you cut them open, if you're able to, cut them from like top to bottom, and scoop out as much of the seeds and the white waxy stuff. That'll cut down on the heat.
Yep.
I can do this tomorrow. I come by and we got some
Chocolate habanero.
Chocolate habanero?
Yeah, hold on.
We're not going to get this done immediately, but at least be mostly done where all you do is get a couple of parts.
A chocolate habanero is just a regular habanero that's like almost, it looks like wad of chocolate with a green stem coming out the top.
Interesting.
Well, that's a habanero. You take a bite out of it and you let me know how pleasant it is.
No thanks.
Chocolate part, that one. Like,
no, we still got company over here.
nasty as Mexican.
Let's see, what was it? Carolina Reaper?
Those are hot.
Carolina.
And the funny thing about that Carolina Reaper is that thing actually looks like it does not want to be eaten. Especially how they kind of like got that little scorpion stinger at the bottom of them.
So, I've found that, once you get into the, ridiculously hot peppers, and especially once you get into the ones that are, being cultivated specifically to be the hottest, they just start looking wrong. They don't look right. Nature itself is telling you this isn't supposed to be this way. Let me see if I can pull up.
Well, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Do you know what's the only creature on Earth that can eat a pepper and not suffer from it?
Isn't it some type of birds?
Birds, period. Yeah. Oddly enough, capsaicin does not affect birds.
All right. For example, take a look at this pepper here. That doesn't look right. That's the world's hottest pepper. That does not look right.
Oh, Pepper X?
Oh, you know that one. Yeah.
Let me put it to you this way. White folk from Dixie, we like our spicy stuff.
Fair enough. Not so much white folk up north.
Yeah, so I've noticed.
You're in the southeast, you don't know shit about damn spicy. Go
You want to bet?
out to Texas.
Texas is southeast.
That is not southeast.
They were part of the Confederacy, so I count them.
Geographically, you're wrong. But then again,
Girls behave.
you're a lowland hillbilly, so I understand it. But at the same time, Texas is Midwest Southern.
Who gives a shit? I count them as family.
I don't. I count them as separate because Southeast, except for a few exceptions, is a bunch of redneck dumbasses. Texas actually has real industry.
Podcast.
We're not recording at present.
Technically,
Mike's
we
over
are.
here stuffing his face.
Is anything new?
Yeah, well, you know what to cut out, I hope.
Yeah.
Sounds like a sumo wrestler.
I might leave in some of Connor's dunking on the southeast though. That's amusing.
Well, Connor has his reasons,
Fair enough.
which I could say he does an awful lot of generalizing, but I can see his point of view. They'd show you some love too.
You two and Daddy are the only exceptions. The rest of the Southeast, if it was up to me, would be steamrolled and turned into an industrial zone, not a bunch of fat old farmers.
Well, we gotta eat somehow or another.
Yeah, black people.
I am not in the mood for. I'm not in the mood for dark long pig.
Yes.
Dark short pig.
3-6 Mafia.
Hey, I'm gonna have to explain to Mel what long pig is.
There was a black
Oh, dear.
midget over at Walmart, the Salvation Army thing. I'm like, damn, I didn't realize 3-6 Mafia did that.
But what's the phrase? 1350.
Yes. 13.
I'm not explaining that.
13 do 50 is the phrase.
Oh yeah, 13 do 50.
Yes.
Oh god, you ever seen Space King?
No.
Oh god. Okay, first watch it, and to any of our listeners that have watched Space King, then they will know what hate Mace meant when he said, "Tell them about per capita."
Yes. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, or a black person what per capita means.
Never ask a woman her age, never ask a white man his salary, and never ask a racist what color his girlfriend is.
Also true.
I tell you this
You're
much.
not wrong.
Oh, also, quick question. What in the world was your wife talking about last night? God damn, I swear.
She was trying.
She has the... I swear. Dale, are you and her expecting...
No.
Are y'all expecting...
No. I would be very confused if we were. But no, she was trying to figure out all the things she wants to put on pasta. Up to and including Nutella and raspberry jam, salad dressing, what else? Egg, which kind of is redundant because pasta is made of egg, and so forth. Many other ridiculous things.
Sorry, we had to have a bit of a brief powwow over here. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was just saying. No, she was just trying to figure out all the things that she wants to put on pasta.
Oh Lord, she is going. Oh,
Yes.
You know what? Just for the lulls and just to hear Mike chimp out, tell him about that because I want a good show.
Yes. I'm not sure what's worse, Nutella and raspberry jam or salad dressing.
Well, Nutella and raspberry jam, all right? Both are relatively sweet, and both can be put on 2 pieces of toast.
Yes, but pasta is not toast.
Yes, that's heresy. You tell her I said that's heresy. And if she ever says that again, I'm going to take her to the Inquisition.
Yes. But also salad dressing, too. It was also not necessarily, like, yes, pasta salad is in fact a thing, but not angel hair pasta. And not with, like, salad dressing type of, like, it's not a salad, it's not like a green salad, like you put salad dressing.
Something that's not okay. Mayonnaise.
What kind of salad dressing was she talking about putting on pasta?
Greek salad, or Greek dressing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to refresh my memory on what Greek dressing is.
It's like,
Right.
I think it's like olive oil, feta cheese, and a couple of other things. I'm not entirely sure myself.
Okay, well, if it's olive oil and feta cheese and some spices, and you put that on pasta, then yeah, that actually might work.
I use mustard with pasta. The actual brown
I
mustard.
don't know. I mean, just
That's some good shit.
if you're gonna do that, just have an aglio olio pasta.
Sauerkraut. Give me a bowl full of sauerkraut with some stone ground German mustard in there. Woo!
Let me put it this way: if you're talking about having kraut and mustard, then the best thing to put with that kraut and mustard is some sausages.
It depends on the sausage.
Oh, okay.
Use,
So
Polish sausage. Okay, use the actual breakfast. The actual breakfast, not this American copy bullshit. It's actually good.
Well, let me put it to you this way: whenever I was a kid growing up, one of our struggle meals was kraut and weenies. We had to use, but here's the thing though: my stepdad was real picky, and the only kind of hot dogs he would eat were Ziegler hot dogs, so we had to use Zieglers. Now that was pretty good, but whenever we like had a good paycheck or something, and we wanted to spice it up a little bit, then we would like get like bratwurst and put them in the sauerkraut. And that is one thing I've been trying to get Mel to eat. But Mel will not eat anything fermented.
why not?
Yet she eats pickles.
Pickles are like.
You know what I ought to do?
What?
You know what I ought to do? What we ought to go out and buy a jar of fermented pickles.
I mean, pickles are like the quintessential fermented food.
You can't trick her into eating sauerkraut because she knows what sauerkraut looks like.
Yeah, I tried. Got killed.
Dude. Z is special, but she's not stupid.
What did I say for you?
She married me, so what does that tell you? I swear to...
Where she is special and not stupid. You opened the door for that.
No, I need to throw that away.
You walked into it. I'm sorry.
I am going, I swear to God. Next time you come over here, I'm going to make you a special chocolate pie.
Good luck. Only one type of pie that I'll eat, and you don't know how to make it. I wish the state knew how to make it. 100% homemade pecan pie. You got to know the right pecan tree to go to.
Oh, Lord, I love pecan pie.
My great grandmother would make pecan pie from scratch. There ain't a goddamn motherfucker in there that can make the same thing.
Okay, Dale, whenever you finally do move down here, one of the first things we're going to have to give you is a pecan pie.
Not an apple pie?
Oh, I say pecan.
Hell no, not no apple pie. You need a pecan pie.
Apple pie.
But isn't apple pie
Dude,
the quintessential American pie?
Pecans are what you use at the rock concert. If you think about it, it's true. They are pecans.
Sweet potato pie. Don't you leave that shit alone with me.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato pie, I will fuck that shit up. It will not last 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, and also 2 other
Tell-
good southern pies to try, other than pecan, is sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie.
Rhubarb's pretty
pumpkin
good too.
pie
But that's
sounds
normal.
good. I do
I've
wanna
never
try
had a
pumpkin.
rhubarb pie, but I want to try rhubarb pie.
And
Now, what was you saying, Dale?
I was gonna say, yeah, a pumpkin pie sounds good. I definitely want to try that.
yeah, pretty.
My mom loved rhubarb
Yeah.
pie.
Yeah.
Well, sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie, they're both really they're both good.
White girls room.
I-
Pie is good.
But
You see?
Dale, yeah, Connor does have a bit of a point in regards to pumpkin pie. Yeah, but yeah, bougie white chicks ruined anything pumpkin related.
Yeah.
Good.
I said bougie, not redneck.
I ain't
I ain't
that's
ready.
not even bougie.
Yes,
That's
she
just
is.
that's not even preppy. That's a girl.
Yes.
Like,
All-
you could
all-
put her in front of a cougar. He would pick it up and pet it like a house cat.
Yes.
That's a cute.
That one is a certified tomboy.
Put her in front of a wild ass cougar and see how long it takes to turn that thing into a house cat.
I know. As a matter of fact, I've said a bunch of times, I'm waiting for the day that Mel brings home either a baby coon, baby bobcat, or a baby mountain lion.
She brings in a baby bobcat. I ain't coming near this place. Fuck that. That's a full-on representative of the South right there. Them motherfuckers will fuck you up.
Yeah, I know. What was it? What was it that dude said? That's bobcats are what? 200 pounds of Satan in a 30-pound body.
Yeah, one of them things would run my ass down one time out in the woods.
You got chased by a bobcat.
I didn't have nothing to protect myself with. All I had was a stick, and what's that gonna do except piss it off?
You know what's funny? Is I remember this one fella actually had some bobcat kittens. Those things were actually kind of sweet.
Well, I mean, all cats act kind of the same. It's just that normal cats aren't the size where they can pose serious harm to you if they chose to. So they're normal.
I didn't tell you about that. How a friend of mine tried to steal bacon off a plate of walk out, stabbed in the hand with a fork.
Yeah, I can actually see you stabbing somebody in the hand with a fork.
I will. You touched my bacon off like your ass.
Understandable. Now, what were you saying, Dale?
I was saying all cats, including the big cats, are pretty similar in how they act. It's just the only difference is house cats aren't really the size of where they can do serious damage to you if they ever chose to. It's really the only difference. Is that,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Like-
true.
If your cat
But I
was
will
the
say
size of
this-
a lion, you wouldn't want it as a pet because it would act like a lion.
And there's also something else too about house cats.
Yeah.
Is that if they do get in the mind that they want to fuck somebody up, they can and will fuck somebody up.
Yes.
Hey, Connor.
If they see you, they'll attack you just because they can.
You think my
I mean, you've seen pictures of Morgan, that big black cat we got. Yeah, if he ever got in the mind that he wanted to hurt somebody, he'd
Yeah.
cut him to ribbon.
Yes. Like, now, don't get
And
me wrong.
he's just a big fat house cat.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, but because I do love cats,
Hey,
but
Dad.
there are a total of 3 animals I am aware of that will kill solely for fun: humans, dolphins, and cats.
Add chimpanzees to that list.
Oh yes, fair enough. Well, they're close to human. But yes, cat. I remember one time.
There's only about let me put it to you this way: genetically speaking, there's only about 2 or 3% difference between humans and chimps.
Yes. Like, I remember one time I was at a friend's house, and my friend had recently gotten a cat. And we decided it would be a nice treat for the cat to get one of those feeder mouse and feed the mouse to the cat. When we tried to do this...
Let me guess. The cat played with it for the longest time, and then when he got tired of it, he ate it.
No. The cat didn't eat it. He just spent a few hours beating it to death. Like, no claws, nothing. Just beating the poor thing for over, like, a series of hours, just battering it to death. And then left it alone.
Ready,
Just
old woman?
left it dead there. Like, that cat had that cat had no interest whatsoever in eating it, just beating it to death.
Yeah, that's exactly how cats are, especially if they're well fed. Even if a cat's well fed, it's still going to have its hunting instinct that it has to act out.
Yep. And like it's not even fully hunting, because if
You ain't
you're
fed, you
hunting,
get booty
you're
as
gonna
hell?
you're gonna use your claws and fangs, and you're gonna go for the kill. You're not just going to beat it to death over hours. You're not just gonna smack it around until it dies of its injuries. And that cat just smacked it around, just bitch slapped it until it died of the bitch slapping.
I almost
slowly.
forgot too. In addition to dolphins, you can add orcas in that list too, because orcas act just like dolphins.
Interesting. But yeah, cats are some sadistic motherfuckers. They get away with it because they're just so cute, but they are some sadistic motherfuckers.
Let me put it to you this way. I've heard of an account where a mama orca and her son found... Now, mind you, this mother orca, her son was an adult, was a mating adult, found a female that had a baby, killed its baby, and then her son mated with that orca. Yeah, orcas are just as bad as dolphins.
Yeah. Dolphins won't only kill for fun. Dolphins will do other things to people for fun. They're the only animal that does that.
Let me put it to you this way. If we started talking about all the crimes against humanity cetaceans, namely dolphins and orcas, do amongst themselves and the other critters in the water, yeah, we would get demonetized fast.
Yeah.
This channel would disappear quicker than a stack of pizzas at a Weight Watchers convention.
Yep. There's a great episode of King of the Hill about just what dolphins will do to people for fun. I recommend the people check that out.
Yes. Hey, you know what's funny? It's whenever a male dolphin gets aroused, their bellies do turn red.
Interesting.
Have you looked at dolphins' belly?
Yeah, and they actually got that. Whoever wrote that episode, they did their homework on dolphins.
Very nice.
Yes. Yes, they definitely did their homework. Oh, Lord. I swear. Here we are talking about how sick and twisted dolphins are. Yeah, we haven't even started to discuss how sick and twisted humans are. Because let me ask you something. Do you remember the dolphin LSD experiment?
I'm pretty sure I've heard of it before, but I can't remember exactly I can't remember exactly what it did to dolphins. I remember what it did to certain other animals, but I can't remember what it did to dolphins. I'm assuming this is the dose of dolphins with LSD.
Well, let's just say that wasn't the only thing that was going on, and let's just say, had that happened a few hundred years ago, that woman researcher would have been burnt at the stakes.
Fair enough. When you say woman researcher, was this a white woman?
Yes.
Then I can figure out what you mean by other things that we did. Unfortunately.
Yeah, let's just say white woman and dolphin was a thing before white woman and dog.
Indeed. We need a total and complete shutdown of white women until we can figure out what is going on.
I gotta wonder what the fuck is the matter with them. I mean, look, you got Z, great lady. You got her sister, great lady. You have, what's her name? Dima, great person. But what's the deal with all these other white women? What the fuck?
I'm just going to say, let's just say, well, for at least one of those people, I might be willing to bet two of them. Yeah, you don't want to know what they read for smut. I'd be willing to suspect that that Z's sister definitely reads some of those very, strange books that we hear about. Being a white woman.
Okay, let me put you this way. Let me just put you this way. I know Z's sister enough to where if I say the words Morning Glory Milking Farm and tell her what it's about, she will chimp out.
A convincing act. But yes, no, you definitely don't.
I actually had, I actually had someone say that those books are actually written by men using women's pseudonyms.
It's possible.
Yeah, well, it is a possibility, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Because I know Shoe on Head did a video here a while back on the female gooner epidemic.
I saw that one. Yeah.
And and if anybody was smart enough to do their research, I would like to think it was her.
Yeah. I mean, while it is true some of them could be being written by men, generally speaking, women know how women think in that way better than men do. So I would assume most of it is being written by women.
Yeah. The more we talk on this subject, the more I realize why Nick Fuentes is gay.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah, and also speaking on the gay Mexican, has he been running his man pleaser here lately, or has he been keeping silent?
He's been continuing his bullshit. But
yeah.
But yeah, last thing I will say on that whole white women thing, let's just say that there are numerous reasons why I've often said that that the Indian side and the Chinese side of my wife's ancestry cancel each other out, and she just turns white.
Don't say that about your wife. Other than her culinary habits, she seems like a nice lady.
She is.
Oh, how did everything with the in-laws go?
Fairly nice. We went to a nice steak dinner. Her dad also took her for sushi, which neither of us will complain about. Sushi is good. Steak is good.
I'm happy that y'all are married and getting along and everything.
Yes. And then we discussed the plan to move down to the U.S. later, which is then why I determined that now is probably the time.
Yeah, before Canada goes down the shitter any further, you better start getting your ass ready to move down here, because I got a feeling that sometime soon, the Canadian government's going to be treating Canadians that leave just like how California treats its residents on how they leave the state.
Well, I mean, the good thing about if I leave the country, I can just ignore them. Like, what, you're gonna tax me from across the border? Good luck. Like, fuck you. I'm just...
That's something else I've also been wondering.
Yeah.
Whenever California says it's going to tax people for leaving their state, how in the hell are they actually going to collect on that?
I mean, I believe between the state debts can be, they would basically just be treated as a debt that you're owed to the state, I believe, and then the debts can be collected on based on, like a state can sue you to collect on a debt even if you're out of state, right? Like you can't escape a debt by just leaving a state. However, the same is not true for countries. So when I fuck off from Canada, they're not getting a penny from me. They can cry about it to the IRS for all I care, because they don't, not going to change anything.
And besides that, with the current IRS system, they would probably just laugh at Canada.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yes. Yeah, the IRS is not going to collect on taxes for a foreign country. It's not a thing that happens. So they can fuck off.
They can suck it long, suck it hard, and suck it deep.
Indeed.
Huh. Trying to think on some more stuff we could talk about while we're killing time.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Now, did you? Yeah. You said you didn't watch the Clintons chimping out.
No. I've mostly been following just the various chimpings out on Ukraine. Or sorry, not Ukraine, Iran.
Oh, yeah.
Similar people chimping out about it, though.
You know what's amazing? Is of all the people throwing a fit over it, John Bolton is one that I thought would actually be rather happy about this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's really hard for John Bolton to be happy about anything when he's not getting the total occupation of Iran.
Oh, welcome back.
And I apologize, guys.
No worries.
Real quick, just to explain, the driver that was dropping off this load, he's a former Marine, and he saw that I was armed and was asking me questions about training classes and so on and so forth, because he gave me the vibe of I kind of miss the military and I want to be surrounded by my people again, and so I was giving him suggestions and whatnot.
Fair enough.
Anyways, again, I profusely apologize.
No worries.
Hey, it's your show.
Okay. I don't even remember where the fuck we left off of.
Well, let's pick up on John Bolton.
We were talking about America and oil. We were talking about the American oil supply vis-a-vis Europe being fucked by Iran and the oil, but not the U.S.
All right. So yeah, in terms of when it comes to the oil supply concerns, again, the markets are not reflecting any concern whatsoever. The gas futures or the wholesale gas futures are up a negligible amount. The overarching economy, like when gold and silver drop in response to this shit, that shows you that the concern is not there. Which, by the way, blew away all of the motherfuckers in the markets. Because they're like, oh, gold and silver is going to shoot up and it's going to destroy this, it's going to do this, it's going to do this, and then it didn't happen. So it's like, whoopsie daisy, we were wrong again. So, frankly speaking, and I'm so sick and tired of the kayfabe at this point in time, because it's just full on ab reaction. Like, that's all it is. It's just pure, unadulterated ab reaction. So it's like, I don't know what to fucking tell you people at this point. Like, if you're gonna be that helpless that you can't figure out this shit easily, that's not on us, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it is what it is, unfortunately.
Yep.
I don't know. Do you guys have an opinion on the state of the markets? Because I'm looking at it and it's like, okay, everything's good. Okay, awesome.
Honestly, my only opinion on the state of the market, and this will go to some of the people bloviating about our military-industrial complex this, military-industrial complex that. Hey, my defense stocks are up. I'm cool. I'm good with it.
Well, here's the funny part is, yeah, you can make comments about the military-industrial complex, and at the end of the fucking day, what point are you making? Like, seriously, what point are you actually making? Because at the end of it, most of these companies, they're already reeling from the not regulation, but the oversight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I can't take any of these people seriously. Of course, the king Schuster himself, friggin' Scott Bessent comes out and is like, oh, yeah, by the way, everything's good. We're going to be doing this, this, and this. And then everybody loses their shit because he's not sounding the alarm or anything like that.
Yep.
It's like, all right.
But, and again, just to come back to this, for these people who are always bloviating about the military-industrial complex, it's like, okay, if you really thought that the one thing that controls America is the military-industrial complex, why don't you own defense stocks again? And if you did, why wouldn't you be happy about this? So if you really thought that, you'd be happy.
I can answer your question.
Yeah.
I can answer your question. Oh, my principles, where?
If you're so sure that the U.S. will just always do whatever the military-industrial complex wants, you should buy the defense stocks knowing they're just going to keep going up. But you don't. And if you did, you also wouldn't be complaining about it. But here you are complaining about it.
Well, Warhound gets it. Warhound gets it, don't you?
Oh, I get it. Trust me, I get it. Especially given the fact that we continuously see, when the Mises Caucus split off from the LP, because that whole thing has been hilarious to watch. And now you have the full faggotization of the Libertarian Party. It's like, oh yeah, we see you. We know who you are. We know what you're about. Go fuck yourselves. Like, it's not hard at this point in time to fucking clock these people.
Yeah, well, the
I don't
Libertarian
know.
Party's always been a joke, kind of. Like, there's that one meme we've all seen where it was at one of their conventions. There's this morbidly obese naked guy on the stage. It's like, oh, yeah,
Oh, God,
it's always
yes.
just been like that.
If I remember correctly, his name was James Weeks, and that was about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, remember, this is the same party that put Chase Oliver as their head. So,
Yeah.
King Faggot himself.
You know what's something I would really love to understand? And that is how the LP managed to put somebody like Angela McArdle as their chairperson, but yet elect somebody like Chase Oliver to be their presidential candidate.
You have to understand.
Somebody make it make sense.
So you have to understand. So the reason that Chase Oliver won the nomination, there was a bunch of fuckery that went on at that convention. Putting Chase Oliver in as the nominee was the crowning achievement of Angela McArdle as the head of the party. It was originally going to go to a man named Michael Rechtenwald, who is very far right libertarian, but McArdle, knowing that would take more votes from Trump, instead did a bunch of fuckery and put, the biggest fucking faggot possible as the head, thus ensuing no one would vote for him except the fucking except the fucking faggot libertarians.
The Reds and Greens. The Reds and Greens.
Exactly. So yes, that was kudos to her for doing that.
At this point, why doesn't the Mises Caucus just come on over to the MAGA side?
Some of them have.
No, the majority of them have, in fact.
Yeah.
It's literally a case of, they're like, oh, yeah, the commies fully infiltrated the party. We can't do anything at this point.
Yes.
And notice how McArdle isn't coming out being like, oh my God, Trump's bombing things.
Yep.
Just saying. Also know how Angela, she was a semi-regular guest on Timcast. She hasn't been on Timcast in a while.
Interesting.
At least last time I looked, she hadn't been on in a while.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'll be honest, I don't trust Tim Pool as far as I can throw his ass.
Well, Tim Pool isn't nefarious. Tim Pool is just dumb. He just doesn't know very much, and he thinks he knows a lot. He's not nefarious, he's just dumb and arrogant. And it's a bad combination.
I can give you that. Oh, and real quick, man, Stoner did say something about this earlier. In regards to John Bolton, honestly speaking, John Bolton is the classic example of I want to bomb people, but I don't want a ending to the bombing. I want the bombing to continue in perpetuity. And that's why John Bolton is real big mad over the Iran strikes right now. Because there's a stated goal and there's a finite point that this will go to. And he doesn't like it.
Yeah. So
yes, I know.
There's actually something interesting you can see. The very first comments that Bolton made when this went down, I believe it was the same day, he was asked on one of the network shows, and his comments were essentially, I wish I could have convinced Trump to do this in his first term. This is wonderful. And ever since then, everything he said about it since then has been completely negative. So he changed his tune real quick. And I wonder why.
Oh, I bet you his favorite little fluff boy and over at the CIA was in the UAE when they got bombed.
Could very well be. His favorite mustache waxer in the CIA.
But no, like that's the thing is like when John Bolton's mad about you bombing Iran, like that's how you know you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
That's how you know. At this point in time, the right people are pissed off. Like, I don't know how to explain it to these people anymore. When it's like the right people are all losing their shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they brought enough stuff in the right sizes.
Is he good?
Huh? What was
you
that?
You alive over there, buddy? You alive?
Oh, I was shuffling around, and I was stretching out, trying not to kick the cat in the head at the same time.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I would not be one happy cat if you did.
But no, like, I'm just at the point personally where it's like, all the right people are pissed off, and we're taking one of the EU's most important pieces off the board, because what is Iran? It's literally the boogeyman that they hold over the entire Middle East's head. Will cause no end of grief for you people if you don't sell us oil. Well, we're now taking that piece off the board. Mm-hmm. Oh no. I'm so sad that some dumb fucking Arabs that have been occupying Persia for the past fucking 50 years are getting bombed. Oh no.
Yep.
I'm so sad. And mind you, Israel isn't getting any fucking benefit out of this shit either. Like, they're not. They want no less than the ability to just fucking hold carte blanche over the entire Middle East, and we're not giving them the opportunity. We're forcing them into the Abraham framework. So it's like, I'm sorry, but I'm not mad. Oh no. I don't know. Maybe I'm too optimistic, but at the same time I'm like, all the pieces are falling into place like I suspected they would, so no, fuck it. I'm gonna keep on my train.
Yep.
And then when all the soy boys that are bitching and whining and crying right now are proven to just be idiotic, well, that's gonna be fun.
Yep.
I do have to say though, the situation with Shu annoys me.
Why is that?
Because Shu is smarter than this. She is. I just think that there are some predeterminate biases that she has that she's not being able to get over. And it's like, all right, fine, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, girl, you're smarter than that. You have clocked so many things in the past. You're smarter than this.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, there is something to be said about that. this certain ingrained bias that anyone who grew up around the Iraq and Afghanistan war is going to have no matter what. Just because, you know,
I know.
they remember that whole 20-year shit show. Now they're seeing it again in the country. They're seeing what they think is it again in the country right next to it.
Well, here's the problem. There's a lot of GWOT guys. Sorry, I'm eating while I'm trying to talk.
No worries.
There's a lot of GWOT guys that are kind of they're getting kind of brushed under the rug by all the noise that other people are making. All these guys are fucking celebrating Iran getting fucked up.
Wow.
And these aren't like, you know, the past 5-10 year GWOT guys. No, these are guys that were OG GWOT. We're talking 03, 04, 05, 06. We're talking about guys that were part of the 06, 07 surge into Afghanistan. We're talking guys that have seen all the pertinent bullshit that came along with Afghanistan and Iraq. And a lot of them are just like, nah, fucking bomb them harder.
Didn't the IRGC claim quite a number of our troops, especially during those years?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of the IEDs.
Well, then that's why they're. Well, then that's why a lot of our old school GWOT guys are celebrating this, because they finally get revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and I understand. Remember, these are the guys. They didn't have MRAPs. They had Humvees. They lost a lot of buddies.
And for those that don't know, that's one of the reasons why we started seeing add-on armor being welded onto Humvees, and it's fish and also why MRAPs got developed.
What are MRAPs?
Mine resistant armored protected vehicles, if I remember the acronym correctly. They are armored vehicles that are specially designed to withstand the blast of an IED or a mine. The common variants include vehicles like the JLTV and some of the other vehicles, and I think they were called Buffaloes. You got Buffaloes, you got
Bearcats, you got the OG Caymans and stuff like that.
They're those vehicles that look like they got a jacked up suspension underneath them and about a foot of bullet resistant glass in the windshields. They're those vehicles that look like they could eat an RPG and ask for seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though, is that a lot of the OG GWOT guys, they're like, nah, fuck Iran, because it was the Iranian-backed militias that they were fighting on a common basis.
Yep.
You know, Al-Qaeda, you know, at the end of the fucking day, Al-Qaeda has direct ties to the IRGC itself. Even though Al-Qaeda is a Sunni group, it's like, nah, like they all stroked each other's dicks. It's ridiculous to think that there aren't going to be people that back this action. Like, it's ridiculous. And again, I'm looking at it from the more pertinent view of this is killing the Europeans. If the Europeans can't get a hold of Iranian oil because where does the Iranian oil go? It goes to India and China. Well, guess what? It goes to China because it gets used by China. If it goes to India, it gets refined into diesel and fucking gas, or into primarily diesel, actually, now that I think about it. And then it gets sent off to Europe. Like, come on. Like, who gets hurt at the end of that? It's the fucking Europeans. And fuck those limey bastards.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that, for whatever reason, the country of people, i.e. the United States, who literally fought a war to break away from the Europeans, for some reason, it's like, but nostalgia. It's like, no, fuck your nostalgia. These people are evil. They're dirty little fuckers. They have raped the entire fucking world 10 times over. Like, do you think they're not doing it to us as well?
Yep. Or at least they're trying.
Oh, no, they were. Remember, they control 30% of the Forex market. They control a even bigger chunk of the maritime insurance market. They controlled Five Eyes. Now, what we're now figuring out is that, and this plays into the whole Lloyd's situation, they were relying on intelligence from the United States to feed intel to Lloyd's.
Yep.
It's obvious that our intelligence apparatus is way fucking bigger than theirs. Way fucking bigger. Because, again, Lloyd's panicked. They panicked because they didn't know how to price this shit. And they said, nope.
When you say Lloyd's, is that the same shipping company that has that Hapang or whatever / Lloyd's wrote on the side of their vessels?
Lloyd's of London. It's an insurance company, basically.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a shipping company. My bad.
One of the major things they do is shipping insurance. Or maritime insurance, I guess. But they also do a lot of other insurance nowadays.
Hey, Mitch, I got a quick question for you.
What was the question?
I'm guessing Mitch is dead.
Yeah. I was going to ask him.
I was muted.
Oh. There he is. He's alive.
It's fine. It's fine. Put it in the fridge. I don't care. You share some of your Dr. Pepper with me. I'll share some of my root beer with you. Mitch, I do got something I need to ask you. Whenever that 688 sunk that Iranian ship, how happy was your girlfriend that night?
Do what now?
He made a joke and it fell flat because you didn't hear it. So, moving on.
Rip.
Oh, I was, yeah, I know what he was meaning. Now I know what he was meaning there. It's like, no, I was pleased it happened, but not that pleased.
But at the end of it, again, given the pace of operations, I'm sitting here and I think they're just keeping us guessing on purpose on the time frame of operations. But given the pace of operations at this point in time, it's like by the end of this month, we'll have a definitive change in leadership in Iran. And no, it's not going to be that little Pahlavi bullshit. Anybody voting for that guy, they can get shot too. I don't know. I'm just finding the Spurgs to be Spurgs.
Yes. Oh, so one other topic I think we should bring up, kind of related but not very related. Texas primary just ended on a couple of days ago, or yesterday, and we have some interesting results from it. Not least of which, no more eye patch McCain.
Oh yes.
Dan Crenshaw is. I guess you can see he didn't see that one coming.
I know one thing. McCain is looking up right now and crying.
Yes. Dan Crenshaw was really blindsided by that loss. Okay, I'll stop.
I'm just like, oh Jesus Christ, he made that joke.
Of course.
And also, Jasmine Crockett is no more.
Yep.
Yeah, Jasmine Crockett's out. Core9 survives, but
barely.
just only because they had that spoiler candidate.
Yeah.
Had the other spoiler candidate not been there and everything was equal, Paxton probably would have edged Core9 out.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got the Gonzalez Herrera race, which Herrera won this first round by 1,000 votes.
Yep.
Which is a good sign in regards to a runoff. So he's most likely going to win the seat.
Yep. Our guy is going to Congress.
Yeah, and I got a text earlier today from his campaign, and I'm just like, oh Jesus Christ, he's hitting strong.
It's going to be real funny watching Brandon Herrera duke it out with the likes of AOC and Ilhan Omar and that other ugly ass bitch that hangs around the other two.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, let's be honest. More than likely what's going to fucking happen is Brandon's going to walk into Congress. Fucking AOC is going to see him and look at the other two chicks and be like, I'm sorry. I can't work with you guys anymore.
She's probably going to tell Brandon that her boyfriend can watch him.
Yep.
All of a sudden, AOC starts voting in line with Trump. Like one or 2 months after Brandon gets into Congress, and all of a sudden AOC starts sounding like a MAGA Republican. Like, what? We know what happened there, bud.
Yep.
And you know what's funny is isn't Brandon a bachelor?
No, he's not. He's not. But it's just a funny idea to think that, 6 months into Brandon being in Congress, AOC announces she's pregnant. It's like, what? We know what happened there.
Yep.
Well, actually, I don't see that happening because I don't think Brandon's stupid enough to stick it in that kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's not ordinary run-of-the-mill crazy. That's Latina crazy.
Yeah,
but
well,
he
don't
dates-
underestimate. Yeah, well, don't underestimate the power of Poon.
First off, I'm gonna say this right now. You guys do realize that he dates Latinas, right?
Fair enough.
like he's
Well, if AOC's kid comes out looking like a full-blooded Mexican, then we'll know who the daddy was.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Yes, my son.
Oh. Mitch, I love you. No, apparently
No
Sean
homo.
Sean Ryan had this guy on, and they're talking about the whole, the temple and all this bullshit. It's like, guys.
Well, don't leave us in suspense. Give us some details, man.
Oh, it's again the whole like, they're talking about rebuilding the temple and tearing down Alaska Mosque and so on and so forth. And it's like, first off, the Israelis aren't retarded enough to tear down that mosque, because they know damn well if they did, Israel as a thing wouldn't exist. They will never be able to sleep because they will just be under constant attack. Like that is a line. That is a line in the sand that the Israelis themselves, I'm talking about the people, the Israelis themselves will not cross, because they know damn fucking well that they will get their throat slit in their sleep.
You know what that is, don't you? That he's talking about.
I don't really fucking care, because again,
just for the sake of the chat and our viewers, what Warhound just described is evangelical end times theology to a T, because that is one of the tenets of their theology, and I've been hearing that shit for almost 30 years.
Yep. There are also some groups in Texas right now that are actively trying to bring that about.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the so-called red heifer.
Yeah.
Thing that they need a pure, they need a pure red heifer to serve as a sacrifice to sanctify a new Jewish temple in Jerusalem.
Yep.
I don't know. Okay, I gotta ask, why the fuck are these people trying to bring about doomsday? Do they just hate living here on Earth that much?
Yeah.
Thanks for the input, darling.
let me explain it like this though. Here's the fucking problem. First and foremost, the majority of these fucking takes in regards to this shit are literally built off of some bullshit that one dude fucking spun to hell and back through one fucking iteration of the fucking Bible. And it's hilarious to me that so many people take this shit seriously. It's like, no, I'm sorry. There's a reason why the Quakers fucking supplanted all of you motherfuckers. There's a reason why we want to purge the fucking Mormons. There's a reason why I personally want to fucking turn Nebraska into a fucking concentration camp. It's like, no, we're not playing your stupid fucking, theological fucking games because you guys say it's ordained by God. It's like, first off, the references for all your bullshit are based off on horrendous interpretations of the book. And even the fucking, even the Orthodox guys. Like, I was reading, or half reading, half watching this one video where it was an Orthodox priest. And he was a lesser known priest, so he's not like super deep into it. He's not one of the monks, you know, so on and so forth. But he was just like, yeah, a lot of this stuff, like, completely fucks up the interpretation of what was said in the, what are those called again? What are the books called again?
The Gospels?
The books of the Apostle? Yeah, the Apostles.
The Gospels.
The Gospels? Okay,
yeah, Gospels. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, the interpretation of the Gospels here is fucking garbage. And he's right.
Yep.
Because across the board, I'm like, I've read plenty of this shit on a normal basis from outside the perspective of the evangelicals, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you people on?
Yep.
It's like, again, the whole oh, we're gonna rebuild the temple. It's like, okay, cool, you know, go ahead and do that, and you all die. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, if you want to die, go ahead and die. There's easier ways to commit ritualistic suicide. Just saying, Jonestown proved that.
Wait, hold up. Jonestown, that was, I really wouldn't want to say that was evangelical, because if I remember correctly, Jim Jones himself was actually an atheist and more of a cult leader.
Yeah. I don't think,
But I will also say this, though. In regards to evangelical theology, check this out, chat. Panty and stocking had better Christian theology than what the evangelicals do.
Yes, but that's also not a very high bar. Yes, basing your entire views of foreign policy on retarded 19th century eschatology it's certainly something. I can say that. It's not something good, but it is certainly something.
Connor's fixing to head out. He wants to tell everybody goodbye.
Bye, Connor.
Let's be done, yellow people.
Bye. But, yeah, I'm sorry. But, yeah, I kind of got a little bit sidetracked there. But, yeah, in my humble opinion, yeah, even though panty and stocking is a low bar, but it's not quite as low as what evangelicalism is, and at least panty and stocking is somewhat funny.
Yes. Anyways,
holy shit.
What?
Is that 1 ton of gold? Hold on. 1,000 kilogram to pounds.
It's about 2,400 pounds. About.
22.
Oh, yeah, 22.
So it's a ton, 1.2 tons, basically. So apparently, see, I hate when people post So the deal in question. So suppose, wow. Deal is reported per Axios via Reuters and Bloomberg. Venezuela's state miner Minervan sells 650 to 1,000 kilogram gold door bars to trader
Trafalgar?
Trafalgar? Trafalgar? Is that how you say it?
Trafalgar?
No, it's not Trafalgar. I don't know. For refining in U.S. refineries under a U.S. government arrangement, U.S. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum helped broker it on his Caracas visit, aims to give Venezuela legit access to U.S. markets amid mining reforms.
So the
Yeah,
Venezuelans are now sending around a ton of gold to the U.S. and the people were still bitching about Venezuela being bad. Apparently, about the operation in Venezuela was apparently bad. Even though they're now sending us a 1,000 kilos of gold.
Well, no. So what this is that this is called a sovereign fund. So they send the gold. We take custodialship of the gold, and then they can use that as a means to trade with the United States freely. And it's like, and what's funny is that, like, oh, it's only 1 ton of gold, like, it's not even that much, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, this is raw concentrate, or not raw concentrate, but, unrefined concentrate being sent to the U.S. because we have the refineries and everything to refine it. Are we fucking serious, people?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hate people.
Oh, something else too. Today, on this day in 1953, was the day Stalin died.
Yep.
Oh, is that today?
Yep.
Yes, that is today.
Happy Dead Commie Day, everybody.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, we just had a few more of the present day ones follow suit.
Yep. One former Marine in particular.
Nah.
Well, be patient. Be patient. Their comeuppance will be delivered soon. Remember what the Bible says. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Or to quote what some boot camp sergeants often said, vengeance may belong to God, but your ass is mine.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyways, as we are now about almost 3 hours and 20 minutes in, I think now might be a good time to call the end of the show for this week. And
yeah, you're gonna have to clean this one up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries.
But hey, we do have enough to do a nice little filler episode if we ever need it.
I think we have enough for a full episode. There's not that much has to be cut out. Just
our talk on Southern cuisine, for example.
Yeah, I could probably leave some of that in. If it's interesting.
Well, we'll let that be editor's choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point to stop, because I was getting ready to say I haven't really had any dinner yet. Some of the stuff going on this afternoon, so I was getting ready to go in and fix myself some late dinner there.
Fair enough. And
Yeah.
I
God,
guess
it's after 9 o'clock, and you haven't eaten yet.
Haven't ate dinner yet,
Fair enough. And with that, I guess I shall say see you all next week.
Ciao, motherfuckers.